Who wants to recap? It's one of you two.
One of us?
One of you two.
Let's do it together. You start.
So we had a campfire chat and emptied a suspicious bag of holding and slowly but surely found that all of our things were in there.
And no extra things.
No extra things. You got a gem of Nerull, and I got an alchemy jug, and we did get to meet a fancy new coatl with weird family issues, so he went to go find his buddies.
Right.
Then there was a dwarf with stuff. We got rid of him.
Yeah.
I did, however, grab a worm in a jar in the tunnels of Barlador, which will come in handy because it means we can get back if we ever need to.
Right.
And we go down into the caves, and you can take over.
Go down to the caves, run around a bit, look around pretty much empty city, figure out that it's going to take longer than a little bit to find the worm. So we decided to plane shift to
Feywild.
Yeah, I should say decided to plane shift to the Feywild. And then we summoned Amarosa there, beat the pants off of her, took her bird, and ended up back at the last city where we hung out by the zombie wall for a little bit.
Beat the ever-living snot out of her once again.
Right? Did we?
And made
She was
her
coming too, so we
rip
knocked
apart
her
a
back
tree
out.
with all of her spells.
Oh,
I had her charmed, so we had to knock her out after she wasted all her spells.
Right.
That's pretty much
The
it.
end.
I call that we explore for 2 hours, then instead of finding the end part of this dungeon, we're just going to use the item we could have done in the first place.
Yep.
That's what happened last session.
Yeah. This session, we get to explore somebody else's epic level
No.
item.
We're just going to suck what's-his-face into our spot and then beat the pants off of him. In that order.
Totally clipping that sentence. That's like a perfect out of context. We're going to totally suck what's his face.
And beat the pants off of him.
In that order.
All right. Last we left off, you guys were walking into Last City. Behind you is the Gnashing Wall. It's the wall that you guys cut the legs off of all the zombies, tied them together on a fence, and made a kind of like a trench spiked gnashing teeth fence out of. Not quite a wall, but that's what we'll call it. And from there, when you turn the other way towards the city, you see the large sandstone walls of Last City. You can see some of the peaked roofs and domed roofs sticking above the top of the wall. And you're looking towards the main entrance, which is a very large, extremely tall arch inset into the wall. There is a steel gate that bars entry to anybody.
Why did we go and get Amarosa? What did we need her for?
Roan had some questions for her.
Oh, is Roan here?
No.
Why don't we go to where Roan is?
That is a good question.
I think that's the plan.
Oh, let's go there.
They have a teleportation circle inside.
Oh, right. Okay. Let's do that then.
Okay, we are.
Yeah. Good.
You walk through the large arch, and you get to this giant steel gate, and you see someone looking down at you through one of the murder holes up above in this arch. And it's a tabaxi face that's sticking their furry face down and looking.
What's a murder hole?
A murder hole is a hole built into the bottom of like a wall or a walkway where they can drop like hot oil or rocks from.
Mm.
They murder you from the hole.
Right. Hence the name, murder hole. Got it.
Hence the name.
I got
They're
a
looking
murder
down.
hole.
They're looking down at your party though. Missed.
Yeah. That is your majesty to you.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty.
Open the gate.
Yes, right away. His face disappeared. And shortly after, you hear the gate winding upward. You can hear something like gears grinding, the clicks as the gate starts. And slowly, it raises to head height, so you can all walk through head height of the tallest, not the thinner.
I go through early.
Yeah.
I'm like, do. The murder hole, is it against the wall?
It's literally like a hole built on the ceiling of this arch, because this is an inset arch, so it's looking down on you.
Okay.
And it's just a hole. And yes, you could definitely jump through it. There's shadow.
Oh, I do. I go in the hole then. I don't wait for the gate.
But it's not past the gate.
There's got to be a way to the gate, the other side from inside the murder
there
hole.
probably is.
I go up there. Boop.
Better.
Hey, how's it going? What have you guys been up to? Has anybody else come through here lately?
No. Nobody comes through at all.
Ever?
No. Not anymore. They don't send trade caravans out.
Who's been culling the numbers of undead since me and Miss have been gone?
Well, we still send out our regular patrols, if that's what you mean.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I mean, they do that.
Have you ever used the murder hole? I kind of want to use it.
I haven't had to.
Do you have hot oil up here?
Well, we have some, but it's not hot. We weren't prepared for anything, really.
Never mind.
It doesn't really work against the undead.
I look down through the hole where these guys still are because the gate's still raising, and I look back at him.
Yeah, so you peek your little head out and you see them.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking about the undead.
He pulls a little pebble out for you. It's like, not actually a pebble, it's like the size of a marble.
I drop it on this guy.
Yeah, you did. You did that D3 thing.
Roll an attack roll. This is going to be, I'll give you dex.
14, not enough. Plate off the armor.
Does smack off your armor. You hear a ding as it smacks off your helmet.
I go back in after I throw it.
You don't see anything up there. And then the gate is up high enough to walk through.
Where could little Finner be?
I'll just find a window that looks into the courtyard, and I'll pop into the courtyard.
Okay. You do a little search around. You've probably done this before. And it doesn't take long before you find somewhere to jump down into. The world is bathed in shadow because the sun is... I don't know if I ever described about how it actually looks, this complete eclipse. It's like a 99% eclipse, so you still see the ringlet of light on the outsides and then just a big black splotch where the sun should be.
So we probably shouldn't look at the sun.
It wouldn't hurt your eyes at this point. Most of it's filtered. There's not much light coming through into this world, and it's always dim light.
When...
You three walk through the main thoroughway into Last City, and what you see are a bunch of more modern architecture, large buildings, but something you notice throughout the whole city and a recurring theme is there's lots of archways. There's archway tunnels that you can go through. There's multi-level sandstone stairs that go to different parts of the cities. There are... the big dome buildings have really large doors that are usually arched, and sometimes there's just arches in the middle of the streets for no reason that you can fathom. They're just a couple pillars that have been built with an arch. There are many street lights out, street lamps, and since the city is mostly built out of sandstone and stone, you don't have to worry about like fire hazards as much as you would in other cities.
Yes.
You can hear the soft, distant sound of the running waterfalls that are continuously running off the cliff sides at the back part of the city. The front main entrance goes back through to where you can descend this cliffside, and then the back part of the city is just entirely cliffside, where there are waterfalls. The Weeping Coast.
This is a truly magnificent city, Mist.
You have never been before.
Just for a few moments.
No. Yes, indeed.
Is Amarosa even awake?
No, you knocked her out again. You specifically knocked her out
I did.
again.
All right. Who's carrying her in?
I suppose I probably would be.
Yeah, that's fine. I know you had tied her up and gagged her as well.
Yes.
I don't know why we can't just remove her fingers.
Why would we remove her fingers?
You remove her fingers and tongue, and she can do none of these acts.
Or we just keep her hands tied to keep her gagged. That also is an effective way to keep someone from casting, I think. Isn't it, Artigan?
For the most part.
There, I suppose, are certain lines that we should not cross.
Yeah, like taking people's fingers off. I think that's a good rule of thumb.
This is true.
You are walking through the streets, and it's pretty active. There's a lot of tabaxi about. It is mostly tabaxi in the city. And
It just hit me, though. Like,
okay.
I appreciated it, and then I really appreciated it.
there is a rainbow pattern of different colors and patterns of the tabaxi clans here. And even your family, Miss, they all have their own different colors and patterns. And you see a troop walking by towards the main entrance as you're going in, a guard. There's 5 strong with their weapons at their sides, marching.
I'll salute him.
They're going in.
Outside. They're going towards the main entrance to leave.
Oh, they're gonna go do some harvesting.
I'm like, good job, Ben.
They salute as they walk by, and then the leader stops real quick and he bows low when he sees Mist, the prince.
I always get a gas out of that. I laugh a little bit.
I continue walking toward the teleportation circle.
And you're gonna go straight there?
Pretty much. I'm gonna pass by my mother's house.
Okay, so your mother, the matriarch, she actually lives in the royal palace, and that's on the cliff side, looking over the land. It's the nicest view of the city.
Yeah, I didn't want to go in necessarily. I just need to leave a dead bird on her step. Leave her a present.
Are you gonna leave the Phoenix?
I don't have it. No, I meant just a
Metaphoric
regular
dead bird.
just
It's
macaw.
ceremonial. You're like,
Yeah.
Okay,
They always leave presents.
that's true. When they care about people, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so.
Yeah. Here's a mouse, Dad. Here's a bird, Mom. Whatever.
What's your passive perception?
Me? 18.
Mine's 21.
What's all of your passive perceptions?
11.
Okay.
Yes, 17.
As you're walking through the streets, you are surprised.
Can't
Roll
be
your
surprised.
initiative. Really? Well, roll your initiative.
All
Everyone?
of us?
Sure.
16.
16.
You're all surprised. You are not.
20.
13.
Natural 20.
Well,
That's a good way to start. But you are not surprised, so you won't have to spend your turn clearing reaction. As you're walking by one of those large squared pillars that connect the tops as an arch, this is one of those useless archways. It does nothing. It's just decoration.
but actually, it's an elemental.
There is a tabaxi that jumps out from behind the arch, and she screams, "Boo!" And you kind of just stare at her.
I'm surprised. I squeak.
Yeah.
I'm like, hee!
It is one of your siblings, your sister.
Oh.
This would be...
I wrote so many.
Nice.
I don't remember who does what.
Well, it's not that one. That's a male.
Mm.
How many did you write?
So many.
It was close to 12 people I wrote up. I figured I'd give you some fodder.
This is Thistle.
Thistle. Okay.
She is a orange and a darker striped tabaxi.
Mm-hmm.
As she jumps out, she was definitely stalking behind. Miss, you are not surprised.
You are not surprising.
You didn't see me. I know you didn't.
I run up and hug her leg.
Has
Thistle,
nothing to
it's
do
so
with
good to
seeing
see
you. You are as predictable as you are.
Are you here to see Mother? She kind of pushes your head off her leg.
It's so good to see you, Thistle. How have you been? We got a bird. It's a fire bird. It's a bird of fire.
Let me see the
We're
bird.
here to use the teleportation circle.
Where's the bird?
We killed the bird, but
I
then
want
it
to see it.
became an egg.
Who has it?
I think Artigan has it.
It's very hot. I can't get it out.
I can get it out. Watch. I reach for the bag.
If you want to burn your hands,
I just take the bag, I hold it upside down, and I yell, "Egg!"
no. Does that work?
That's how it happens. Yeah, you don't have to. You just got to say it.
Oh, okay.
That's why empty as a command works.
It
I catch it before it smashes on the ground.
So, it is a bright, glowing, golden cylinder of an egg. And as it is about to hit the ground, roll your dex save.
Son of a...
Oh,
Did you see it?
No.
I went from 24 to...
Oh,
you don't have any inspiration?
No.
Butthead.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You-
so I reach out and I
No,
swat it.
Yeah, you do that like you try to catch it, but you hit it too hard, it bounces once, you try to catch it again, boop, 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 and you flick it very far away.
Oh, that's cool. I'll teleport and grab it with the sack.
Yeah, we'll see. Roll your dex save. This
Cool.
is the last chance.
I gotta check. I think it's 17. Okay, right.
If only you could have a useful piece of paper right in front of you.
Yeah, if only.
It doesn't need to be
We
charged.
will convert you.
Here we go.
Charge up
Fine.
that paper.
Plus 17.
17. You run over, and you are trying to open the
I'll just teleport to where
mouth
it's gonna
of the
land,
bag,
and then I'll open the mouth of the bag to catch it.
and it goes in barely. It like hits the rim and rolls its way in.
I'll run back. I'm like, did you see? Did you see?
Not really.
I put it closer to the ground this time. Egg!
You put it over top of the ground.
Yeah,
like
basically,
and
I'm
then
an
take
egg.
it off.
This bright golden globe is now perched on the ground. You can see the heat that's emanating off of it. You can see the waves of the heat.
Isn't that awesome?
Don't touch it. Burn your hand really badly.
What will birth from this
A
shell?
bird of fire. I'm not
A
joking.
phoenix.
You think it's safe to have a phoenix around you? Look like you're missing a little hair right here.
It is rather aggressive, which is why we had to confine it to its shell.
Okay then. I'll be about my business.
What is your business?
I'm gonna go scare the guards.
Nice. Can I come?
Sure.
Awesome.
Now.
What?
We're leaving.
Oh, sorry, I can't.
I
Damn it,
found
we're
the new
leaving.
game. I grabbed one of those stupid undeads you stuck to that fence and I run around with it like a... It's pretty funny.
That sounds so good. I wish I was here. We have to go, though. We beat her up, and now we have to take her someplace.
Scoop up the egg.
She's Amarosa. The firebird belonged to her.
Very well. When are you coming back home? Mist.
We'll be back home soon.
Little Misty, the baby. You have a good day.
I was trying to remember which one this is.
Are you younger than her?
I gave them so many. I can't remember which one this is.
The oldest.
1, 2,
What's
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Everyone he wrote is the oldest.
They're all the
They're all
eldest?
elder than him.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
great.
the 7th. She's number 6 in the order. Okay. She's the next oldest. I will be back when I am ready.
Soon. We'll be back soon. I miss
She's
you already.
walking away.
I miss you already. All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And
I
you're
scooped up the
gonna-
egg.
Scoop up the egg. Goes back into
Just
the
like
bag
that.
for Artigan. And you're off. You pass by your mother's house. No one is, well, there are a couple guards and attendants outside the door. They salute you as you pass by.
I lay the bird down.
I'm like,
They don't salute you.
I know.
You lay what bird down? You just have a random dead bird?
Yeah, this is what I do.
Fine, you have a random dead bird.
Not anymore.
It would be great if they just had a cage of live birds outside of her door for ceremonial purposes. Everybody just walked over and then laid one down and walked off.
I mean, they do now.
That sounds exactly like what they do.
If you're gonna say it like that, then it's canon.
There's this big cage of birds for the occasion.
I didn't even have to ask. That is exactly what is right there.
Yeah, that's great.
Which one do you find?
A
I'm like,
red,
oh, the blue one, the
bright
blue one.
macaw.
It
blue one.
is
Get the blue-
a
take the
rainbow-colored
Yeah.
swath of bird.
Giant ass.
You just put its head in your arm. You're like, snap. Like you and a dude.
What? No, I just slit its throat.
Oh, okay.
I reach in through and just.
All right, give me an animal handling.
Yeah,
Have
right.
you seen a macaw?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that one
22.
that was like biting that lady's shirt? And tearing
22
her
is
up?
actually good.
Yeah.
It. Dear God, that's not animal handling. That's just an attack. I can't.
Animal butchering. Roll your animal butchering.
And yeah, it's dead. You take it out of the cage, you leave it at the doorstep, as is tradition, and you go towards
I will close the macaw's eyes gently. Good night, sweet
its
prince.
little like pseudopod tongue is sticking out. And it's kind of like laying against the ground.
I like tuck it back in and close his mouth and close his eyes gently. I'm like,
How nice of you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Also close the wound in its throat.
No.
I didn't think so. Come, let's go.
The first
Go, let's go.
small building after this, it's across the street with a dome, is the is where the teleportation circle is. They also come here to do different rituals or rites. Not usually like religious rites, just sometimes sacrifices.
Is there another cage of
Oh, the
birds?
birds, yeah.
But nothing really dark.
These ones are halflings.
Oh no.
Come on, cannon.
No.
You go through the archway, through
These
the
ones are
door, and you walk through the echoing tunnels of a small building, and eventually it leads you into this.
Echoey tunnel.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you get to the teleportation circle. We made it.
Come on. You're just like increasingly fast tracking that.
I have
Didn't
to.
even get to negotiate that the fact the place is made of sand. It's like a big litter box.
Oh.
We go to the teleportation circle.
There is a couple tabaxi in there. They're playing a game of chess. And they have their sandstone pieces. Some are dark sandstone, some are light. And they seem very focused. But when you walk in, they notice you there.
I'm like,
My prince.
We are. Where were we going to? Oakdale or?
okay, this is
Oakdale.
where what's his face is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a magic room that we can put her in.
We are heading to Oakdale. Please see to it.
Yes, right away.
You have a magic room?
A room that makes it so that magic can't be cast.
Oh, nice.
Be a good prison for her.
Is this something you need our help with, or can you get there yourself?
Uh-oh. I look away.
Yes.
Feel
very well.
free to perform your duty.
He's like, I'll go wake up the elder right away. And he runs out of the room and he doesn't look at you.
I'm like, oh, snap. Oh, wait, I'll be right back. I got to do something.
No.
So he's waking up the elder. I just run back to the cage where the birds were, and I'm going to let the birds out.
All this cat hair in the air.
Okay, there are guards at the door.
I mean, if the guards are looking away for half a second, I can teleport to a spot under the cage.
What is their job?
Not to guard the birds. Their job is to guard his mom.
To be alert, to guard.
Yeah.
It's right in the open. You will be seen.
Okay, I don't care. I do it anyways. Hi, guys. Boop, boop, scoot. And then I run off.
They're like, hey, stop! And as you're running off, none of the birds actually leave.
Really?
Yeah, you open
They're
the
all
door
trained.
and they're all staying in their cage. And the guard's shaking his head, this black tabaxi. Strokes his whiskers and then
Well, I guess.
he locks it. You're too far away to hear him, what he's actually mumbling.
I mean, I'm sure it's nothing good.
And then you go back.
I guess I don't have time to do anything else, really.
Did you try to free the birds again?
What? Why would I ever do such a thing? That's preposterous.
You hear the soft pads
probably
of
do it every time.
tabaxi stamping into the room. Not really stamping, just actually slowly waltzing into the room. Mist, my prince.
Who is this?
This is one of the elders that I will thusly name because I was not ready. Lamawin.
Elder Lamawin.
Sounds like llama fart. Llama wind.
Lamawin.
Oh.
Like a llama's fart.
Yeah, llama wind. You know what I mean? Like llama's making
Please
wind.
activate
Some
the
llama
circle.
win, some llama
We
lose.
are heading to Oakdale.
Some llama wind.
Yes, yes. Shall we be expecting you back soon? Your mother's been asking on you.
She was not available when I passed by her place.
We never even checked. You just left the bird like you do every time.
He goes over to the circle, ignoring the banter and the making fun of his name. And he starts casting a ritual. Teleportation. Circle. He starts engraving the stone with his claw magically. Goes around a few times. And after the minute,
Stargate.
a portal opens. At your service. And he bows low.
Oh, nice. When he's bowing, I try to pick his pocket.
Sure.
I step into the circle.
You have
Wait, we only have one action.
momentary time to
As a
Clock's
I
ticking.
pick it as a bonus action and go in. I don't know if I can, but I can pick it and run. Next level, I can pick it as a bonus action. All right, here we go. Skills. 20. Sleight of hand of 20.
Jesus. That's a crazy bonus to that. Holy shit, dude.
He doesn't see you, and you actually take out some of the chalks that he uses for his teleportation circles.
Nice. I have chalks. I run into the circle.
This is like 3 different colored chalks of different various
Sweet.
sizes.
What colors?
Like neon blue, neon green, and dark red.
Yes. All right, I have 3 extra chalks now in my equipment. I will add them.
This is why we play D&D.
Yeah, man.
Steel chalk.
Stealing chalk.
And you all appear in the sanctuary of the Citadel of the Sun in Oakdale.
Should we go see Roan, or should we put her in the cell first?
Let's get her so she won't be causing any problems. Where's this room?
Where is this room?
It's a good question. They don't really have any kind of like a prison in this area, do they?
No, and I figured you'd probably want to keep it within the confines of the Citadel.
Probably actually in a house just outside of the Citadel. So
you own about 5 buildings outside of the Citadel.
Okay. There'll be one right outside the Citadel that more stonework than wood.
All right. This would be across the main street. Actually, this house is buttressed up against the place where you stay, where Roan stays.
Was it neon pink?
So
Neon
when
blue,
we exit,
neon green, and dark red.
when we're leaving the room, signing our names in or whatever, I'll look to one of the.
There's someone there now
Okay,
who
there
stays
is
in
there.
attendance, and he writes all your names down.
Sure. Please give word to Rowan where we'll be, and I tell him where we're going to be, and have him meet us there.
Okay. You guys all head to that room, then I'm assuming?
Sure.
Stow her away like the prisoner she is. When you get into this building, you pass by a couple people of the Citadel, but no one of real
Have we
note.
checked her items?
You stole all her items,
Oh, we did? Okay, cool.
but you haven't checked what they do. You haven't identified all of them.
We should do that
Or
next.
if they're magic at all.
Does she have anything? I just want to know what they are.
So she had a necklace that draped across her forehead with tiny oval rubies. She had 3 different rings on of various sizes.
Ooh, sweet.
She had a few necklaces. She had lots of piercings. You did not rip those out of her face. I remember we had discussed that.
Yeah, we'd considered it. And then
That's
She
hard.
stole
me out of it.
Right.
her robes. She had an arcane implement that she would cast spells through. That was like a small orb.
Ooh. Does it look like there's something in there when I
It
look
does
in
not look like Artigan's orb.
there? Alright, that's a bummer. I don't care about it then.
Not as impressive.
I like Artigan's orb.
I like my orb too.
I'm like, ooh.
And
Oh, wait a minute. I take the orb.
Okay. You take the orb. It's the size of a tennis ball for us.
So for me, it's like,
It's pretty big.
yeah, I'm like, Thump. I put it in the sack that I have.
Don't you already have other stuff in there that's pretty big?
I don't know what I have. Let's see.
Was that where the diamond went, or did you already get offload
You
that?
already offloaded that.
Ah,
Yeah, I got
okay.
rid of the diamond already. What did I do with the diamond again?
You planted it in the gardener.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I have
what?
20
Not
caltrops,
But he put it in his pocket.
3 different colors of chalks. I've got some clothes, 4 daggers, a potion of climbing, only 1 day's worth of rations. I have the Nerull gem, a tinderbox, and a water skin. That's about it. Oh, I have bracers of defense, amulet of health, staff of striking, scare of protection, ring of fire, elemental command.
Yeah,
for some
you're
reason.
over encumbered, brother.
You're not over encumbered, but your bag's getting a little full.
Why do I have a ring of fire, elemental command?
You probably used that for the summon rule.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to get rid of that then, because I have the Nerull gem.
Okay.
Remove. Okay.
So you thump. put
I'll
it in
take
your
some
bag.
time with the circlet thing, see if I can figure out if that's magical or not. Spend an hour with that.
Okay. So you
I'll
put
try on
her
the rope.
into this room, and in this room you've
Spin.
actually built a
Loose
cell.
right here.
It is a steel barred cell, and there is an anti-magic zone cast throughout the confines of this room.
I'm
So
imagining
if you're going to try to identify,
I have to leave the room.
you have to leave.
I'm just imagining the cell they have Magneto in the X-Men movie. Where it's like,
It's the same premise,
yeah, you cannot get out.
unless you could break the bars, but they're thick still.
Does my ability work here? The teleporting from shadow to shadow, is that magic?
It's called anti-magic, right? Let's go find out.
I would imagine it would be just like anything mundane, like if you couldn't do it in front of a beholder.
I don't know. I'm not aware if it's a magic thing or not.
I bet you can't.
It's a thing I do, but it could be a magic like ability, or I don't know.
It's certainly
Spells
not
can be
mundane.
cast, summon creatures disappear, magic items become mundane.
Whoa.
So even your magic stuff is suppressed for the time.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a perception check, Art, again.
Perception would be a 15.
When you're in this room, you notice all your magic items are suppressed. Your magic abilities are suppressed. You feel all of that doesn't work, except for one. Your sphere
Interesting.
is not suppressed while you're in here.
So I still get my true save.
What's sphere?
My orb.
Oh, it still works? The orb is giving you true sight?
It says spells and magical items, magical travel, teleportation, and planar travel fail to work.
Oh, man.
So I'm going to say no.
All right.
Because it's kind of more jumping through planes kind of thing.
Jumping through the
Teleportation,
space.
yeah.
Oh, I see. Teleportation.
And you cannot dispel it. That's interesting.
It's hardcore.
Okay.
So it's permanent.
So that's my call. You can't teleport through it. I think you could still use like your key. Say you were to stun someone in here, I believe that would still work.
Okay.
Because I don't think that's technically magic.
So this is the gag room.
Well, not for Artie.
Yeah, for you, the two of you, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll wait outside.
And we can't teleport anyone into this area.
Oh, all right. No planar travel. Right. Never mind.
Correct. All right. You put her into her cage. You're trying on her items. You step out of the room. You left a little room to the side where you could watch and still use magic. And you're checking the
The headpiece.
headpiece.
Wait, room inside where you can cast magic? Does she have access to it, or is she chained up?
She's in a cage.
Yeah, see, I was
Okay.
thinking the room itself is square, and then there's bars along the
Gotcha.
one wall. And then the outside ring, you could probably still do things.
Further away.
Further away?
Very
Okay.
outskirts.
I'm
More
gonna
like
pull
a
up
side room.
I pull up a stool and I sit in front of the cage, and I'm just going to close my eyes and wait and say a few prayers to Merit quietly to myself.
Okay.
I'll play with the orb that I got from her. I'll do the Harlem Globetrotter thing. Like, do.
I'll give you an example of what it looks like so you have a better reference.
Do.
Oh, Finner, I got something
This is
for
your
you.
side room.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay.
I'll pull out I have a glass orb filled with moving smoke, and I'll hand it to you.
What?
You seem to like orbs,
I'll
so-
trade you the orb that I have from her. I'm like, that's awesome.
I've had it since my beginning of my travels, and haven't found a use for it. So
I shake it. I'm like,
I don't even know what it is.
it's just an item I picked up
Trinket.
literally from day one.
Is that the trinket you got?
Yep, my trinket.
That should have been the scene thing. That's awesome. I didn't realize you had that, and now you have another.
Replaced it with another orb.
this thing's great. If I spin it, does it affect the way the smoke is moving?
I don't know. Does it, Article?
No, it's if you like have it here and you see it and you turn it, it's the same thing.
Oh, nice. So I spin it, but the smoke stays the same.
Mhm.
Cool.
Awesome.
Throw that over here. You can play catch. I throw an apple core at you. Whoosh.
I dodge it.
Like that.
No, I don't want to. What if it breaks? Why don't you
You
get a
do not
present
throw
from
very
Artigan?
hard.
Then we'll throw your present back and forth.
Artigan. Give me something to throw at the
Mist
smoke.
is dressed in Amarosa's robes. His feet are kicked up on the table.
I'm eating another apple.
And this is about the time that Raphael starts saying Mare's prayer of patience. Mare, give me the patience. So that I may persist. I don't know.
Sure. Merritt's persistent patience prayer.
Okay, I'll cut off 5-foot thing of rope and give it to.
Yeah, play with your
Mist.
jar.
The top unravels. It's almost enticing.
This is the strong rope from the centaurs.
Yeah, when you fray at the top rope.
I'm going to cut the edges more and make it fray further. And then I'm going to peel it like string cheese.
It keeps him occupied for a while, amazingly. And you can wait your hour. After the hour, you identify the item. The headpiece is a protection from fire. It grants immunity.
That's awesome.
It's attunement, but it's most likely what she was using to keep the Phoenix's fire at bay. And that's the only thing you guys really check. There's still a few rings.
What about the robe?
The robe's not magical, but you are wearing it and it looks lovely.
It's fabulous.
You're gonna hang on to it.
Yeah.
Amarosa
Very stately.
wakes. Her eyes blink a few times.
Good morning.
Is she still gagged?
Oh, yeah.
I'll ungag her. If you come over here to the edge, I'll pull your gag down so you can say good morning too. So that's how you do it.
She slowly sets herself back up into a seated position. Rubs her face where you clocked her yesterday. Well, same day, actually. That was an hour ago.
Yep.
It's got a little bump right here on the cheek.
Did you have any attunement slots you wanted to get rid of?
And she'll scooch up towards the bars.
Got it on here.
Boop. Which is fine because she could have done it herself.
Yeah. Right. Sorry about that. On the, I'm sure it'll fade.
What is your name?
I'm Fitted Cherry Cheeks. It's nice to meet you.
Oops. Raphael. What do you want from me?
I want nothing from you.
We brought you here to talk to Roan. Roan wants to talk to you.
Rowan wants to speak to you.
Whatever. And I will be here. Not like I have a choice. Am I under arrest, Raphael?
You are a prisoner, yes.
Unattuned to my talking doll.
And under whose laws?
I would ditch that for the immunity to fire.
Yeah.
Under Merit's laws.
Would you like that frayed whiskers anymore?
The laws of merit, do they apply to this land?
You are a traitor.
Says you, I am supposed to have a fair trial.
Wait, do we have trials?
Not yet. But I'm sure Rowan will set something up for you.
Fine. Do I get a meal? I haven't eaten in a while.
No.
You take your orders from this.
I'll slide her my day's worth of rations. Here, it's okay. I don't need it.
She takes it and then she says, do you take your orders from this house cat?
I am not going to speak to you, traitor.
You are speaking to me, Raphael.
Oh, yeah, I have more than one.
I'm here to make sure you stay put.
That's what these bars are for, I assume.
Also, we will take your legs
Sure you will.
before we bind you to the wall.
I don't think we're gonna do that. If we're not cutting off fingers, we're not cutting off legs. That's not okay. Yeah, I'll give her my 5 days of rations because I don't know what a day's for me is to her. So I'm just like, here's my rations.
She takes them all.
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
moves them to the center of the cage.
Good idea.
She'll move back. And go, slave of Rome. Go fetch your master.
You should be nicer. It's very
Why?
important to be nice when people have you in a cage.
I've lived in a cage my entire life.
I don't think you understand what exactly is going on here.
Enlighten me. Tell me what you think is going on here.
Okay. So for a minute, I drop the cheery facade for a second, and I'm like, a bunch of people that think that you're a traitor and probably want to kill you have you stuck in a room where no magic works. And if you ever want to leave here alive, you should probably cooperate.
Well, thank you very much for your enlightenment, Mr. Obvious.
That's not cooperating.
As if I couldn't tell what was already going on.
You're not acting like it. All right, so I'm back to the cheery finner.
Well, what are you waiting for?
You look
Eat
over
an apple for 10 minutes.
you look over and Mist is peeing in the cage.
In the cage?
Yep.
All right, I walk away.
I'd move rations away from that.
Yeah, right. All right, you guys wait
I
here.
love this game.
I'll be back. I run to get Roan.
Finner's gone. You hear the door close. Before you even know it, he's gone. So, Raphael. She smiles at you.
I have nothing to say to you, Amarosa.
Oh, I'm sure you don't. You haven't been thinking many things. Wondering, wanting to know.
I already know.
What do you know?
I know that you helped Nerull do this. Cast this darkness over the world. I know enough.
Good. Then there's no reason to keep me here. You might as well just push up my execution date.
That is not for me to decide.
She brushes her hair back past her horns and fidgets with her piercings in her eyebrows.
So I am curious, maybe,
Of course you are.
how long?
How long what? How
How
long
long?
have I been working with Nerull?
Of course.
Since I was a baby. I was born into this world to do what I did, and it is done. And now I can die happy.
I suppose we all have our fate.
Finner's not there anymore. Just do what you gotta do.
We all have our destiny, and I'm not going to hold that against you.
That's fine. My soul will go be free of this world.
Maybe we just keep you here.
I don't think you will.
Well, I guess we'll see what Roan says.
I think that may be a better punishment for you.
Do you know how many people I killed that day? How many hundreds?
Oh, God. Sorry, I'm not there.
How many children?
It's a good thing
The
Cooper's
look
not
on
here.
their faces before I cut their throat open.
What day is she talking about?
On the day of Solus Tenebris. Side by side with the army of the dead.
See, Amarosa, you almost want to die. So that is why we were going to keep you alive.
How many people I've put on a slab of stone and opened from chin to navel.
I sit back down and I start praying the
Roll willpower.
willpower.
WWCD.
Is there wisdom save?
Wisdom, sorry. Roll wisdom save. I'm still stuck in 4th edition sometimes.
Like, what's a
Some
willpower?
horrible edition to get stuck in.
I love that edition.
Oh God.
22.
22. You remain composed through her trying to chide you and goad you. And you sit back down.
And I will start saying a prayer of merit, like the daily prayer.
Josh, no clicking.
Loud enough so she can hear me, and I'll actually just stare her in the eyes.
She grabs some of the food that Finner gave her and eats it as she stares back. Finner, you run outside. The first place you check is Roan's quarters, which is literally buttressed up against this building. He is not there. You run into the Citadel. You start checking around, and eventually you do find him in the Healer's Hall. He's sitting down next to Gloriosa, and they're talking quietly. Roll an insight.
Oh, is Roan getting with Merritt's mother?
That'd be awesome. Way to go, Roan. Insight. 19.
19. You can tell they are looking rather friendly.
Oh, snap.
This is not something that you're really aware of in the first place because you don't spend much time at the Citadel. But yeah, it definitely looks like they're being pretty chummy.
Oh, this is going to be so awkward. Roan, come quick.
Finner, what is going on?
We've
You made it
captured-
back
We've captured Amarosa, and we
You
have her in
did.
the anti-magic room.
right now.
Mm-hmm. But you should hurry. I've
Must
got a high
leave. He
insight.
bows to Gloriosa.
She's being really mean to everybody, and I think they want to kill her, or at least Miss wants to cut her legs off, so we should hurry.
Raphael's there,
Yes.
and I'm not worried.
Okay.
But I will follow you. Let's go.
I will walk at a pace that will accommodate him.
So you do like shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
I do the slow walk.
And then slow down.
Dude, yeah. I'm like, bye, Gloriosa. It was good to see you.
It's good to see you.
Mhm.
Hey, fade away. You both make it back into the room. Mist is still sitting in the room that is not suppressed for magic. He's got the robes on. You're sitting by the cage, and Artigan is.
I'll play with one of the rings now.
I think he also has a circlet on too, doesn't he?
Yep. Yeah, I'm
Oh, you
wearing
put it
this.
on?
Mhm.
You love it.
I'm dressing, just wearing all of her clothes. Now I'm attuning to one of the rings, assuming nothing else of import happens.
Figuring out what it is.
Yeah. Scratching it.
Roan
Tasting it.
walks into the room. He sees everyone. Raphael.
I'm going to still sit and just give him a little nod.
Come, talk to me quick.
So I'll go follow.
He steps outside of the door so she can't hear. If you guys want to follow, you can. He's not trying to stop anyone else.
I'm worried about leaving Miss in the room with her, so I'll hang
probably
out
smart.
in the room.
I'll hang out in the room as well unless he asks me to come out.
Raphael. Sorry, just seeing her brought up a lot of emotion again. Has she said anything?
I've tried not to talk to her. Though I was curious about how long she's been a treacherous bitch.
His eyebrows raise. I'm sure you curbed your emotion around her.
Yeah, I sure did.
I'm afraid I might have to ask you for a favor.
Another favor?
I don't know if I can be the one to interrogate her. You're not there.
I know, crap.
Seeing her again like this, seeing one of my dearest, most trusted friends, knowing what she did.
She was never your friend, Ron. She was using the councils the whole time.
It might be better if you do it.
I am not an interrogator, but I am sure we have the means and resources inside that room right now.
No torture. I know you know this, but they must know this too.
Of course.
Maybe through magical means. That one time when we were with Delaran, everyone had to speak the truth, things like that.
I'm sure that was only a special gift Delaran had.
Well, I'm positive Artican can do almost anything. We've seen it. One second. He opens the door. Artican,
Yes.
come out here, please.
Okay.
So he's
Nod to
leaving
Finner.
just you two in the room.
Oh no.
I'll make sure to nod to Finner to make sure he's got the. You got him?
Finner's like, oh no.
I'll go out.
So what's the ring do, Mist?
It's not been an hour.
And I don't know. And I clang it on the cell bar. King, king.
So you finally get up off your seat.
King, king, king.
Alright.
Over and over and over.
I mean, that's kind of harmless. I'll just let that happen. I don't care.
You guys step outside the door. It shuts so no one can hear. So Amarosa can't hear. It might be best if you and Raphael, you lead this charge. You find more answers about Nerull, what his plans are, why we think he is mobilizing again, why Amarosa comes back to the material plane. Through not any means necessary, but we think you might be the best tool we have to get that information.
Unfortunately, being able to cast also means she would be able to cast.
She is stripped of her implements.
Yes, but
You and Raphael can't keep her at bay together.
I'm just afraid that it will come down to death.
Tie
for
her hands.
We'll do our best.
If she won't talk freely or willingly, then magic means are the next step. I have complete faith in you. I don't have those means. And I don't believe she'll tell me the truth anyways, no matter what I say.
Well then, shall we begin this interrogation? I'm sure Mist will be very pleased.
in order to do something like the
Zone of Truth.
Zone of Truth, I would need to rest. I don't have it.
And you, Raphael, you still can see what people are thinking?
I can. Maybe. Let me check.
Medallion of Thoughts?
My phone. I think I can. I think I kept it. Maybe not, though. Oh, I did. Yes.
Very well. If you need to give it a day, give it a day.
Yeah, I believe I will need to.
All right. Well, then we'll tell the others.
Alright.
Thank you, Ron.
I'll make sure there's some guard here. Kept 24 hours a day.
I will be staying.
Then I'll send someone to give you relief to sleep so you can rest. You can still... We'll set up a cot.
Absolutely. So I'll just open the door.
You open the door back into the room. Mist is ding, ding on the bar repeatedly with the ring.
I'm sorry, Mist. We are going to interrogate her. Roan will not speak with her.
Why not?
She's always lied to him all his life.
All his life?
Well-
You knew Roan all his life? Were you a lying baby? Is that what happened to you?
All babies lie.
Really?
Really?
In a crib. They lie.
Ah, you're great. Hey, why did you do those things?
What things? What things are you talking about? You don't even know what I did.
The things you're talking about. You were talking about the things, killing people, lots of people. Why?
Blood sacrifice
For what?
for my god.
So Nerull is, you and him are like really close.
Do you worship anyone?
No,
Although I don't think it matters anymore, does it? The only ones left are now him and Merritt.
I'm not much for worship. That's not really my thing.
Do you have anyone that you look up to? A role model? There's someone in your life that has shown you how to be what you are.
I just am what I am.
You are not unique and original. Nothing you do is original.
I mean, no, I belong to a family of thieves. We're kind of in the family
So
business.
maybe your father taught you what you know.
No. He's more thief, less monk. But, so, Nerull, you look up to him?
Maybe.
Did he teach you how to do what you do?
Some of what I know is natural.
You could always do it?
I've learned to do it through my own powers.
That's kind of amazing.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm impressed.
She's now sitting back against the wall where the bars are kind of just implanted into the wall, and she's eating some of the rations from you.
Would you like some wine to go with it? I have a wineskin.
Knock it out of your hand.
You try.
Go ahead and roll acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
Acrobatics.
Contested, go.
11.
Natural 20.
20.
So not only do I move out of your way, I'm going to move out of your way, swoop under your arm, and then hand it to her.
She's way away. You'd have to like slide it in.
I slide it in. Would you
The
like
bladder
some
like
wine?
slides and then it
Okay.
flops on the ground. She just picks it up.
Would you like to make her stay more comfortable?
I would. She's an interesting person. She knows many things.
And we're going to find out many of them tomorrow.
Well, I'm not a patient halfling. I kind of want to know now.
I know what you mean.
No, you don't.
Raphael, can you hold down the place for a little bit? I have something I'd like to do quick.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
Mist, may I borrow the jar of the worm you picked up yesterday?
Yes. Nope. Wrong worm. That's the one.
Okay. And I go outside and I teleport to that area, pick up my steed, and teleport back.
So actually, when you picked up the worm, it was out pretty far away from Barlador. And I say pretty far, it was like a couple miles.
Yeah.
Didn't we get the
I have a
worm when we were
telepathic.
messing with the dwarf?
No, you got it like outside the city.
Oh, okay.
You appear outside, 2 miles away from the city. Your steed is over by the city.
Yep, I have a telepathic link with him
You
and
just be like,
forget how far it is.
Hio Silver away.
Let's see. Greater.
That's fine. You can call him.
Yeah.
You call your steed. You eventually meet up, and you teleport back. But that's going to take a little bit.
Yep. So I'll let these guys
I'm
get
going
the
to
thing.
hand the other 2 rings to you. Perhaps you or Rowan could identify these items.
1 mile.
Thank you very much. They might be of use.
Okay. So you hand him the
Perhaps you
rings.
could identify them.
I'm going to keep talking to Amarosa and trying to use a combination of insight and not being a dick to get her to talk to me about stuff.
I mean, you just keep
If you
talking.
right now, if you are not
Okay.
able, Roden would know how.
So,
I will give these to Rowan then.
do you like Nerull? Is he a good guy? He always seemed like not a very kind master to me.
Who's talking?
Finner.
You guys or him?
He handed me some rings. He's trying to get me to go out the door.
And I keep trying to talk to her.
I know. I can only listen to one conversation at a time.
That was all.
Okay.
It was just one feeble attempt.
Trying to get her alone. Missed one some alone time with Amarosa.
Yeah, no.
I don't think that's gonna just fly with Raphael. He knows better.
I mean, Finner's not gonna let you cut her legs off, man.
Get her legs off in front of you.
In front of you.
I mean, Finner's not gonna leave while you're here.
Okay. Sorry, you can keep talking to Amarosa.
So, I always thought he wouldn't be very nice to have as a master. He seems like not a nice guy.
He is not the guy. He is the god.
Sorry, I apologize. He seems like not a nice god.
Okay.
So I don't understand why you wouldn't serve a nicer god.
I serve that which is in my best interest.
And you think that the world is better this way for you than it was before?
I said within my best interest.
Mhm.
What do I care of this world? What do I care of what happens to you or your thieving family?
Well, not me or my family, but every thief knows it's better to steal from a city that feels safe than it is to steal from a city that feels threatened. It's always better to go someplace where people are good than to be someplace where people are evil. It's always better to be in a place where things are nice, because then you can take advantage of the bounty that exists there. Then, you know what I mean? It just makes sense.
I mean, you just described everything I've just said, so put that down in my terms.
Well, so why would you want to make the world not a good place? You have to live in it, at least for now.
I am living in it for now.
So you do want to die. Raphael was right. Ooh, I bet Nerull promised you something after you die, something good. Is that what happened?
There's only one way to find out.
But he did, and now you're hoping you can cash in on that. That makes sense to me. That I understand.
You think you know many things, but you don't know many things.
I'm asking you because I want you to tell me. I want to know.
You are very, very talkative, and although I do love to hear that grating sound of your voice, I think I'm going to rest for a while.
Okay, well, if you won't talk to me, probably what'll happen is eventually I'm going to get bored and I'm going to leave.
That's fine.
This is what's going to happen. First, Finna will talk to you. Then I will talk to you. If you
Talk
do
away,
not,
Raphael.
if you
Let's
do not
talk
answer
about
our
you for a
questions,
while.
Artigan will talk to you.
How is your god? What was it, Savaros? Is he doing okay? He's not doing okay, is he?
You shouldn't talk to her. She's going to try to make you mad enough to kill her.
You know what happens to the other gods.
The god of fate. He gave you a great fate, didn't he? He brought you back and abandoned you.
That's not very nice. She's not being very nice.
I'm not there.
And
I
you
know.
know what happens to the other gods.
What did happen to him? Did Nerull eat them? Nom, 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 nom.
Of course you don't know what happens with the other gods.
For the record, there's still a ding, ding. I'm just trying not to be annoying in real life, too.
Of course. You have no knowledge of what happened. You have no knowledge of what
No
it
knowledge. She takes another bite.
You only think you have known.
Exactly. Roll an insight.
Can I help him?
Sure.
Have advantage.
Have advantage. That's a little better, I suppose. Insight. Oh, 13.
Oh boy. Next time, let me roll it.
Not really sure. She's definitely a little bit menacing in her actions and reactions to you. She's seemingly adept at tuning out the annoyance of Mist's ring. Bang, bang. She seems to jab well with her words.
Well, I think that are we gonna rest for the night before we?
Yes, you
You
will
actually
answer.
hear the door clink, and one of the soldiers peeks their head in the door. I have this for you. He opens the door a little wider and shows a cot.
You will answer all our questions tomorrow.
Okay then.
If you don't answer, if you are somehow able to resist Artigans, which
Doesn't
not many
work.
women are,
I'm like no one can resist
which, which not many women are, I'm sure Miss will be able to help us out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Take my legs, take my fingers, take my tongue. I don't care. I don't need them.
There are ways to keep a person
I
alive.
have served my purpose on this earth, and now I rest. In whatever form it is.
There will be no rest for you.
Whatever you say.
I will be staying here all night, gentlemen.
Is there anything I can do to make your stay easier before you talk to Mist?
I would love to have a little bit of a blanket or something. Something I can rest my head on. I can just roll it up.
Sure, I'll get you a blanket. No. I'm gonna get you a pillow. I run off and find a pillow.
When you finally come back with the pillow.
Yeah.
A straw stuffed pillow.
Like, here you go.
Why not a blanket? Ah.
I'm just gonna say that my default insight was probably not to get that.
I mean, you're not dumb.
No, and my insight's
You're
amazing.
not
Good.
unwise.
My passive insight is 21. So
We're gonna have a sleepover. You're gonna stay too? We're gonna talk all night, have girl chatter.
I would love to. I've never had a sleepover.
We'll have
This doesn't
a
count.
pillow fight.
I only had one pillow.
Well, you should
Damn
get
it.
another.
Good call. I run off and get another one.
Let me know when I get back.
What were you going to do?
Oh, I just went and got my steed and teleported back.
When he gets back is about when you get back.
Okay.
You can teleport back to the teleportation circle.
Mhm.
Artigan eventually rejoins.
Cool.
She hasn't given away any more than what we've actually talked about, and she's been just as vile as always if you try to talk to her.
I have an idea.
What is your idea?
Well, seeing as I think the thing that you care most about is Nerull, I think tomorrow I'll kill Nerull.
Oh, okay, then. That's a great
Can you do
idea.
that, Artigan?
Yeah.
Really? How do you kill a god?
I guess you'll see tomorrow. And then I'll walk out.
Oh, but Artigan, come on! Artigan, wait! I follow Artigan out. Are you really gonna
You'll
kill a
have
god?
some funny friends.
I would believe him if I were you.
Oh, if he could have done it, he would have done it.
I make sure we're out of
You're
earshot and I
definitely
go,
out of
it's a
earshot.
ploy.
Oh, it's a ploy.
Yeah.
How are you going to make her believe it, though?
Modified memory.
Oh, that's a thing you can do? That's amazing. You're amazing, Artigan.
So you guys are outside now?
Mhm.
Okay. Miss,
Until I know what it does.
It's a long hour.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can count all 3,600
Bing.
chimes,
Ugh.
1 per second.
So it's just me and Amarosa in the room and Mist just going
Yeah,
Do
just
you really
staring at
have
each
that
other.
kind of patience?
ding, ding.
Yeah, I'm stalking, basically. I'm trying to get her over toward the side of the cage.
She's not moving closer.
Yeah, that's a good call on her part. If she really wants to die, that'd be the way to do it.
So, yeah, he keeps banging away. She looks at you. If he could have done that, he would have done that.
Priorities, Amarosa. First, we make sure what we had
Yes,
left
the
was
man of
salvaged.
priorities who let his world fall, no matter what he tried. He tried so hard too, didn't you? Your friends. It did not end up so well for him, did it?
I would call it a win. Merit ascended.
I'd call it a win too, but he is dead, so of course my win's different than yours.
Merit will beat Nerull.
That's why he's hiding.
We know how gods work on Amarosa.
They hide, they cower.
Merit will grow in strength. The people of Lothroom will see to that. As their faith grows, as the word of Merit spreads throughout Lothroom, Merit's powers will grow.
And then what? You think he will kill Nerull? You think he will face him one-on-one?
Nerull does not need to die. He just needs to make room.
For what?
Merit. I understand that there needs to be a balance. Nerull needs to step aside and let Merit be a god. I don't know. I'm lost right now.
I can tell. You think you know. But you're really just scratching at the surface and playing a game that you have no idea how it goes. You take a turn, you went the wrong way. You take another turn, you might have gone the right way that time. You take another turn and you're back 2 spaces.
I feel like you are playing the same game.
I am always one step ahead of you.
And that's why you're in my cage right now.
Roll an insight.
That was better. 17.
17. She definitely dances at the edges of not saying things, but giving you these looks of like menace. As if she knows things that she wants to tell you, but she won't. Looks like she has that kind of will to not say the things she wants to say and gloat. She's holding back the monologue.
She'll get that tomorrow.
Art, why don't you just make her do what you want her to do? Can't you just make her tell us everything?
Yes.
Why don't you do that?
She had fun playing with people. I want to have a little fun.
I think we should just do what we need to do and then be done with it. Having fun with her sounds bad. She's not a good person, Art.
I'll try both methods.
Okay. Do you know where there's a flower shop nearby?
I probably actually would.
No.
No?
What about the garden? Does the garden grow flowers?
There you go. This world is desolate, and there are no flowers. In fact, the garden does not have flowers, because that's not actual use for people.
Or does it have apples?
No, you stole them all.
I
You
stole
stole
2.
all 3 apples.
All 3.
The
There's
last
no more?
3.
Was there
They
any
had
other
1 apple
fruit?
tree.
Is there any other fruit?
There was some other stuff in the gardens.
Okay, I run to the garden. I gotta go help somebody out.
You run to the gardens.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly are you looking for? A lot of the food is stuff that yields high high yield, so potatoes, things like that. Beans.
There's no like bananas or
There's no bananas. No
grapevines
banana trees.
or apples were the only fruit.
There's 2 bushes that yield a high volume of berries.
So I'll grab a handkerchief full of berries.
Invisibly or visibly? There's still gardeners out there.
Invisibly,
And
I
it
guess.
looks like they put up a little picket fence around the apple tree since the last time a few have been missing.
I'll be invisible.
Alright. You go around and you pick berries.
I read the berry
carefully.
bush.
Roll a stealth
I mean, all right.
with advantage. Spinner's escapades.
Natural 20, natural 20.
Oh my god, those were 2 20s.
Holy shit.
How many berries do you want?
Take the whole bush.
He just like picks up the whole bush and runs out. Like,
The bush looks like it's running.
yeah, it's one of those camouflage. They look away, the bush is over here.
Yeah. What? No, I don't take the whole bush.
That's probably good.
I just want a handkerchief full.
Okay.
And then there's no flowering plants here.
There's some food stuffs that have nice flowers on the end to be pollinated.
Yeah, like apple trees flower.
Yeah.
I'll pick a flower too.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna run to Roan's house.
Okay.
Is he there?
Do you knock?
Yeah, sure.
He's not there.
Okay. I put the stuff in my pack and I run to the Citadel.
Okay.
And I go to the Healer's Hall.
He is not there.
Oh, Roan, you dog. I go.
It's going to be
to
really
Gloriosa's
awkward if Gloriosa
rooms.
dies because she's coming back as 20.
You go to Gloriosa's room, and he is actually out there sitting against the wall with her, and they're talking in the hallway.
Talking.
Hey, Roan, you got a second?
He looks, well, almost eye level with you while he's sitting on the ground. Yes, is it something you can talk about here?
Nope.
Excuse me. He helps her back up and into the room, and he'll walk far enough away out of earshot to talk with you.
How serious is it?
Is what?
Women like flowers. I give him the flower bud. And I'm sure she would like some fruit. And I give him the handkerchief of berries. Gifts are good.
Did you take these from the garden?
Yes. Roan, I'm a thief.
I would go into a long talk about, that's one of the most valuable things we have in the city, and, well,
That's why it's a
anyways,
great gift.
It sure is.
They've already been picked. They're going to go bad. You better give them to somebody.
I suppose you are correct. I would like to keep, well, anyways, I won't go into detail.
She likes you.
Thank you, Fenrir, for your insight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Can I tell from watching them, is it already, happening? Or is it kind of in the whole,
You can give me an insight.
they're sort of doing the dance? Ugh, 13.
You could just tell there's something there.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm like... Then I leave.
You leave.
Setting Roan up for success.
So if you guys aren't going to do too much during the day...
On the way out, I do look up, I'm like, I hope you don't mind.
Okay. To Merritt.
Yes. Yeah.
And if you're not doing too much in the day, I'm going to fast forward time.
Missed.
Is
Not
this
there.
ring magical?
It's not. You've been banging on a non-magic ring all day.
For 1 hour.
Well, yeah, for 1 hour. But it is golden.
Mm-hmm. It's very shiny.
It's got pretty cool engravings in it of almost looks like flower patterns throughout the band.
Are there still kids around in the Citadel?
I
Like
took
Andy
this
and
off
the
of
other
a
kids?
mutilated woman's body.
What the fuck?
That would be the story behind this one.
I go find the kids and tell them stories and
It's
do
really
tricks for 'em.
interesting.
Like pulling
that's gonna
coins
be the
from
rest of
behind
your
their
day.
ears, yeah, and doing sleight of hand tricks, like magic tricks, teleporting.
Plans for the day?
Oh, he's just gonna go back to his home and hang out with Oana for the rest of the night.
Plans for the day?
I am sitting in that room, that boring room.
Okay.
I leave. Leave you alone with her.
Eventually he gets bored. He is a cat. Go sit in the sun. Well, there's no sun.
No,
There is sun.
well, in the
In
garden.
the garden. I'm gonna go up there, and if there are any rodents or birds, I'm going to procure them.
They should keep you around.
Mhm. That can be useful later. If there's anything, they go in a jar.
Stories, stay in the room, back home, garden. Got it.
Sleepy Hunty.
Hardigan,
Mhm.
you go home.
Mhm.
Where is home?
Probably one of those 5 buildings I own.
He
So
owns. He owns
There's
now the
one
Citadel.
of the buildings is actually closer to the stables.
Yeah, that would make sense because I've basically set it up so that she owns the Pegasus, takes care of him.
Okay. You open the door into your home. You see Oana sitting there, and she's brushing her hair down. Her long, beautiful golden hair.
Okay.
It's been a little bit since you've seen her.
Mhm.
You've been off for a couple days with your party, adventuring in this world. And she turns around, her face lights up, and it hits you right in the heart.
Mm-hmm.
How good it is to see her face, how good it is to know she's here. She jumps up, Artigan! And she runs over and she throws her arms around you and gives you a giant hug.
Yep.
Throws all her weight against you, and you don't have a problem holding her up.
Mhm.
Kind of spins around, and you set her lightly down on her feet. I'm so glad you're back.
It's good to be back.
Are you going to be back for a while this time?
I believe so. For a while.
Did you bring back... Is it Vega? Your mount?
I did.
Did you need me to tend to him?
He's fine, I'm sure.
Okay. Stay a while. I can make some dinner. She gets up again and she goes towards the cook pot.
Did you finish brushing your hair?
It's kind of like a little raggedy on one side. It's fine. You can
Okay.
finish it for me if you want.
Yeah, go ahead and sit down. I'll finish that and then we can make lunch together.
So that's what you will do for your day. We won't go into too much detail, but it's nice
Mhm.
to have that feeling of playing house with someone.
You're wearing your armor all day?
Probably.
Probably not. But we will go to the black screen for that one.
We're not going to have any Mashira scenes. Mashira scenes.
There was no Mashira scenes.
I think I already said that she's pregnant. Right?
Oh,
Oana.
You didn't say
Oh.
how far.
Great.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see. Should I roll a D10?
Yeah.
Sure.
What if it rolls
Or
a
a
10?
D8.
Yeah, I was going to say, a D10 might be a terrible idea.
oh my God, her water breaks. It's on.
Now I know what I'm doing for the rest of the day. About halfway along.
Yeah.
4 months.
Halfway.
A little less
Starting
than
to show.
She's got the baby bump.
Does Karina have one too?
You haven't seen Karina yet.
Yeah, right.
But if you had ever wanted to, you could have tried to reach out. Maybe. Is it do you have sending?
I do not.
He has wish.
Well, I guess you could
Yeah,
have
I
tried
think he
with
wants
Loki.
Yeah.
His wishes are accounted for.
Yeah.
There's a list
Okay.
of 400 wishes that he
Yeah.
used.
I could use the orb if needed.
That
But
too.
it would only scry, it wouldn't
That's true.
communicate.
I'd say in your time you probably have, because she's probably asked, and Karina is alive, and she is in the outside world with the huntsman.
I imagine at least Alana would be curious.
Mm. So yes, she is there. We're gonna skip a day, skip a night. I'm sure you two do more escapades at night, stealing shit. We'll just
Just assume.
I assume you come back every night with more useless shit. You're like hoarders.
No, I'm not. I trade things.
Okay,
He
you're the
trades.
weirdest hoarders.
I gather stuff that most people would not find particularly valuable.
I'll draw pictures with the colored chalk that I have.
Oh, and I do return the worm to you.
I want to go on an astral jaunt for a little while before we do the day. That's fine.
Okay, we'll probably skip through that too.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
When I take the flour and the berries from the place, I'm gonna leave something.
As usual. Something that's not as valuable as berries.
I leave the dark red chalk. Oh no! You know what? I'll leave the potion of climbing.
To who?
I just put it next to the berry bush.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
That's kind of valuable.
I guess. Not as valuable as berries.
I mean, well, whatever. I don't have anything as valuable as berries.
They're
I take
very
them.
valuable.
Yeah.
How long are we skipping ahead?
We're gonna have a long rest.
Okay. Get that.
So not very long. You guys went on your escapades.
Yeah,
Are
what
you
are we
going to
gonna-
wake them up early again? You're
Yes.
gonna let them sleep in.
No, I always leave them early.
No, you don't. You slept in yesterday.
Finner did?
Yep. You were on your night escapades.
Yeah.
How do you sleep in with
Oh,
that?
yeah. Probably that's true. Probably I'll sleep in with the night escapades. What are we doing overnight?
Raphael was the one who woke everyone up early.
You're stealing shit.
Yeah, what are we stealing? And from whom?
I don't know. Just you have a bunch of random shit now.
Like what? Can I get some trinkets?
Yeah, keep rolling like a d20 on the trinket list.
Okay. How many times?
2 times.
Are there trinkets in the equipment list?
I mean, it might end up being like candlesticks and shit. I don't know.
Okay.
Just it's non-magical. It's mundane.
All right. So let's see.
So how much time in the afternoon? How much like total time?
You're gonna
Fantastic.
have like 16 hours.
Yes, that's exactly the number I was hoping to hear.
Seriously?
Thank you. So, he went to the garden and cast the 8-hour version of plant growth, which means that within a mile everywhere, all plant life doubles its productivity and whatnot.
So
So
garden.
it's centered in the garden. I don't know. There's some now rampant dandelions or something like that.
0 times
Zero.
double is still 0.
Zero everywhere. There's not a single fleck of mold or anything.
Yeah, there's probably mold and
There's-
shit. Mushrooms. Things that don't need
I guess
light.
mushrooms aren't really plants.
That's true. Things that don't need light that are plants. It's a pretty...
Mostly the garden,
Yeah.
and if there's anything else that's within range
They
it also
double their
gets affected.
yields overnight?
for
or
a
it
year.
takes a time. Okay.
Out. Yeah, so I did it for the 8-hour casting, and so for the next year, all of that yield doubles.
They really should keep mist around.
Ooh, can I steal an emblem of merit from somebody?
Is it magical?
No, it's just a holy symbol.
Oh, like of merit.
Yes.
The god. Yeah, you definitely find a merit.
Okay, I've got like incense, a candle, an emblem of merit.
Which is that sun and star. The star inside the sun. That's the
Sure.
emblem.
What's a glower?
That's a good question.
Oh, it's like a trumpet without valves. Has a mournful sound. I'll take a glower from somebody if I can find
Like a
one.
bugle?
Sure.
Kind of, but it's
You
just like a
find a glower.
cornucopia horn. You do it doesn't have. You're just blowing it. Let's see. Yep, that's right.
That's what you get.
Okay, that's what I get. All right, so let's see what I got. I got a bell, a block of incense, a candle, Holy symbol of merit, and a glower.
I like how you say that all excited.
I am excited about it. That's awesome. But
I'm
I've
glad
got
Fenrir's
5.
excited.
I have 5 things, right? I got 5 things. So I'm going to leave 5 platinum
All right.
at the places that I take the things. I still have 141 platinum. It's a good life.
Jeez.
And the day passes. Raphael, roll perception check.
Ooh. Well, I got a natural 19.
20.
Nope, I got good. I got 25.
Oh, nice. You're trained.
25.
Mm-hmm.
Before you wake up, you'll already have benefited from your long rest benefits, but you did end up sleeping. You hear a loud thud from behind the bars. And then you wake. Poof.
She's dead.
You look over and she has smacked her head upon the stone with full force. There is a welt that's growing out of it, and she's preparing to do it again.
I get up and Can I open the door?
You have the keys.
All right, so I unlock the door and I get in there and
So because there's going to be a bit of time, she's going to do it again. And she does when she full force throws her head into the ground. And it looks like she's trying to obviously end herself.
Okay.
It's
Well,
really hard to do it like that.
yeah,
Unless
Better
you
to
knock
do
yourself
it
out.
if you have something to jump off.
you would knock yourself
Like a blanket.
out.
You hang yourself a blanket.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a blanket.
Mm-hmm.
And when she lifts her head up, it's now bleeding, and she looks like a little cross-eyed as you're now opening the door. And she's preparing to do it again.
Right? So I tackle her to the ground.
All right, don't even have to worry about rolling athletics. She's a little dazed, a little confused, and you just grab her before she does it again. You catch her head before it hits the ground. Oh, thank you, Raphael. You saved me.
Of course. We need you to
So
talk today.
good of you.
And you know you will talk today, one way or another.
Yes, I'm sure of that.
You could end this right now by just
You gonna let me die?
willingly talk.
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going with that. Did my horn chip on the top?
Yes.
Can you tell me?
Whatever.
No? She turns her horn towards you. Nothing?
I won't respond to that.
How does it look?
Is there any rope around?
Yeah, I'm sure you have rope. There's also another soldier who is now awake and a little startled.
I'll just yell, bring me the rope.
He runs and grabs a length of rope and hands it to you.
And I'll begin by tying her up.
Oh, yes, exactly like that, Raphael. I like it tight.
I won't respond to that either.
Do one around the throat, too. I like that.
I will not respond to that either. I'm tying her up until the others get here.
Yeah,
It'll be a little bit. You'll have her all tied up and ready to take out of here.
I can go once around the mouth first.
You want to maybe send him out for a minute? We can have a romp.
I will not respond to that either.
Come on, Raphael. Haven't you ever wondered what it's like? You're still a virgin, aren't you?
Okay, well, do I have a like cloth or anything?
Yeah, you see the gag they use.
Yeah,
Yes,
fucking
they
gag
took out of
her.
her mouth.
Damn it, now we're gonna have to gag her. I'm gonna gag her.
And you do. So, Eventually, they come in the room.
Thank God.
They save you.
From your prisoner.
You guys walk into the room, and you can immediately tell that she has this open wound and gash and this bump on her head.
You started without us. Why?
She was banging her head against the cage. She was attempting to end herself. Not very well.
You
And
are very unskilled in killing yourself.
So I'll...
She bares her throat at you.
You could have broken off your stupid horn and impaled yourself anytime. You do not wish to die.
I grab her by the rope, and I pick her up, and I look at Argan. Are you ready, Argan?
You
I'm
yank
as
her off
ready
the
as
ground.
I ever will be.
Yank her off the ground, and I'll drag her to the...
The one part of the room that is not being suppressed by magic.
Yep.
Okay. So you drag her to that part of the room. She goes unwillingly, but forcefully. And you set her down in the stool. There's a little table and a few stools around this table. A little board game that's been set up, but the pieces are all put away. Chess. This is your show now.
Okay, I'll start by casting Dominate Person.
That's a wisdom save?
Yep. And I'll have attuned to my Cly Lyre before I came in.
Oh.
So she has disadvantage.
Doesn't need it. That sucks.
She saves.
Yep. I'll cast it again.
She can choose to save.
What's your save?
Let's see, +6, so it'd be 12 plus 8, 20.
She saves. She scowls at you, Artigan. Or if you're not looking at her and you're behind her, she scowls whoever's in front of her. Probably Finner.
And I cast it again. Dominate Person.
She saves.
Argan, maybe I can
Cracks
try
her
something.
neck a little.
Maybe I can try something.
What would you like to try?
Maybe to read her thoughts.
Detect thoughts.
Yep.
You don't have to roll.
She rolls against you.
Well, only if he's not delving deeper than her surface thoughts. He can just hear her surface thoughts if he wants to. If he wants to
Yeah,
delve
I wanna-
deeper, then
I wanna
she
go
has-
deep.
That gets to roll against him. You want
She
to go
gets to
deep?
roll then.
Then she gets to roll then.
Alright, you're reading her surface thoughts. Roland is a traitor. He has always hated you, Raphael. That's her surface thoughts.
Yeah. Sure.
Go deep.
I'm going deeper.
You're not gonna wait? That was just one action. You can keep going until...
I'm going to talk to her. Hey, listen, let's make a deal. If you tell us what you want, I promise I'll let Miss kill you.
Are you gonna dive deep right away, or are you gonna wait?
I'll wait for right now.
So while he's talking, she's now imagining a romp in the sack with Raphael. That's turn 2. And she smiles, and she turns towards Raphael and smiles.
I'm like, look, if you tell us what we want, I'll let Miss kill you. That's what you want, right? You want to die so you can go hang out with your god.
In turn 3, she's very adept at tuning out this one, because now she's imagining and thinking about Nerull and how he is going to own everything in this world, and it's going to be shed in pure dark. That's turn 3.
Gonna dive deeper?
I think we should take her gag off so she can talk to
I will
us.
dive deeper.
Not yet.
Okay, so now it's a wisdom save.
Yeah, it's like 13 or something.
No, it's not.
It's the item. It's pretty low.
What?
It's a spell.
Yeah, it's
Oh, you're
18.
casting the spell.
It's
Oh,
eight.
okay. I thought you had the item. Well,
Ugh.
what do you want to know?
Yeah.
What do you roll?
A one.
And you go into the crevices of her
she-
mind.
You
Can't save
penetrate
anymore?
the crevice.
Good job.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for, like, basically her knowledge of Nerull and
Okay.
why the reasons behind it.
So it's not all going to come at you like a flood of information. But you open the first door and you open yourself into the domain of Nerull. And it looks dark and barren. It looks a lot like the Shadowfell as you step in. And the sun is blackened from the sky. And you see Amarosa standing there, and in one hand she has this orb that she's twirling around her fingers. And you've actually seen this orb before. It's the one that Artigan uses very often, the one that he saw Amarosa with. In the other hand, she's holding this die. It looks like it has 12 sides on it.
Well, the die of fate.
And she's inspecting it and twirling it around her fingers, and it has all these different faces on the die. Like one is of a jester, one is of a dunce, one is of a tower. That's turn 1. In turn 2, she's twirling these things in her hands, and you see this bright blue, white streaked ring that's a large iron band that goes around her finger. And every time she twirls the orb, it like clinks off the ring, ting, as it goes around her hand.
Is it one of the ones I gave you yesterday?
No, it is not one of those.
What was the ring?
It's a bright blue, streaked with white iron band. But it's not the one that she had.
Okay.
Every once in a while, you're still touching on the things her surface mind, and she's still trying to put up that facade. She's thinking vile things about you and Roan, trying to goad you. You see a crown ascend from the sky, and it slowly lands on her head. It's this, again, cold iron crown with these very tall prongs. And they're not just spikes, they phalange outwards and then come to a spike, like a harpoon end. And the spikes are probably a foot tall off the crown.
Heavy is the head that wears that crown.
And last, you see that she pulls out from her robes a book, an old, decrepit looking tome made of black and torn leather. And she's holding it in her hands.
Oh, that's the book of vile darkness.
That was a good shot. Finally.
Is that all I get with my minute?
You've got a minute. So this is like a few turns in. You've spent 2. So you're like halfway through. The rest of the minute, you see her slowly churning these items around her hand. She's touching the tips and the sides of her crown. And all of a sudden, you see a beam of darkness explode out of her body, and it reaches towards the sky. It's a darkness that nullifies all light in the area, everything around. And it starts to blacken all the world, although you can still see through this magic, through this facade, in these memories. Well, not memories, more than thoughts, because you're just detecting thoughts. And eventually, you see, once this darkness descends away from her body, she is now transformed. And she is no longer Amarosa. And she is standing there, a majestic-looking creature, not a tiefling, but a god. Possibly Nerull himself, holding this large, probably magical scythe. He looks at you, right in the eyes. It's just you. There's no one else around.
How do we stop you?
And then it all fades. The darkness starts to trickle away into the lights and into the real world. She's sitting there, gagged. Ooh.
Did you get anything? Should I keep going?
I feel like you have a very delusional mind. I saw your orb, Artigan. I saw the orb right there that you have, along with some kind of dice.
Well, we don't have to talk about it now. We can continue. We can talk later.
I feel like there is still more information to get from her.
Yep. We got it.
She raises her eyebrows at you.
I'll cast Dominate Person again.
Disadvantage?
Yep.
Oh, wait, she has advantage, by the way. So, just straight rolls.
Oh, okay.
But they were exactly the same when I rolled them both. She'll save.
Okay.
Damn.
And I'll cast it again.
20?
Mm-hmm.
And this one I have to check. She's not making it easy on you. And you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
She saves.
Jesus.
Okay, boy.
Winter is getting bored. She'll turn her attention to you and raise one eyebrow. The piercing goes up.
I'm like, I'll do the one eyebrow back. Yes? I really think we should take her gag.
Can I tell how many times that it's been a save that she's made or she's chosen to?
Nope.
Because I was
too metagamey.
The reason for it is I wanted to use luck.
She saves. This time she just saves. Can't do anything about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna de-gag her, guys, so we can talk to her.
I have a little bit more I can do.
You're not doing very much art again.
He keeps casting this spell. What does it look like when you're trying to dominate her?
I'd say it's probably just the rush of blue energy that connects our minds.
Okay.
Starts at my mind and goes to hers. Let me try 2 more times.
Okay.
Okay. And then
This
I'll
is killing me.
do Dominate Person again. And if she succeeds without choosing to save, then I'll
She'll
do
save.
luck.
She'll save.
Artigan, please, just let's talk to her.
One more thing. And I'll use Modify Memory.
Okay. Does she have advantage?
No, she has straight roll disadvantage because it's...
Is it a charm?
It's a charm.
Yeah,
So
it's
she'll have a straight roll.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a straight roll.
She fails.
Okay. And so I'm going to use Wish to cast it. And my wish is going to be for modify memory, but the memories of the last 10 minutes of us doing this, I assume it's been at least a few minutes. I'm instead going to use wish to turn Nerull, in her memory, turn Nerull into the small rat, which then I killed.
So in her memory, you killed Nerull.
Yep.
When? Just so you have some specifics.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when did it happen?
Essentially, instead of us trying to get into her memory and him diving deep in her thoughts, instead we just brought her to this room. I cast wish to wish Nerull, the essence of Nerull, was contained within a small rat in front of me. And then I just stabbed it with a dagger. And then we brought her back to the cell, and I'll have it end with us bringing her back to the cell.
Do you want to change anything else in her memories?
Technically, going by the spell, it's within the last 24 hours. So no, I'll leave everything else intact.
Well, what level did you cast it at?
Well, it's wish, so I copied the spell.
So you can't cast it at a higher level.
8th level or lower.
Yeah, I can cast it as 8th level, so I guess, technically speaking...
8th level is 1 year.
You can alter all the memories of the past year if you want to. I mean, you could have her and Raphael be like, you know, married and have kids and had a good life for the last year.
Yeah, but it's only a 10-minute span.
Right.
It's 1 year.
That's any memories in the last year.
Any memories in the last year, but it's still a 10-second window? Or 10-minute window?
Is it really?
I think so.
Yeah. You can modify any experience in the last 24 hours, which is the thing that changes.
You can alter the target memories of an event that took place up to 7 days ago, 30 days ago, 1 year ago.
Alter the memories of an event that took place, but not... Is it... I can do a full year? Or is it...
Of an event.
Of one event that lasted for 10 minutes?
Yeah, I think...
So...
10 minutes is like the base spell, right?
Yeah, but the base spell is the
10
20
minutes.
Yeah. The base spell has
10
a day.
minutes in 24 hours.
Gotcha.
10 minutes within 24 hours. Is the window that's opening the 1 day going to...
So it's still like
A
a
year?
10-minute event you can change.
Yeah.
here or there.
Okay. For
Okay.
up to a year.
So I wouldn't be able to stretch out more than 10 minutes from the event I'm
Unless
doing
you
now.
recast it.
Yeah. Which I'm not going to be able to do.
Okay.
So I'm just taking that 10 minutes where I just killed Nerull in front of her, essentially. I wished for Nerull's death in front of her, but I actually just did modify memory.
Okay.
And then we'll snap out of her and put her back in the cell. Keep her tied up.
Eyes that
You may
were
re-
like glossed over.
Put her back in the cell.
Do you tell
can-
any
okay.
of this what's going on? Any of what's going on?
Yeah, before she comes to, I'll say, because I have to speak to her to tell her what her memories are.
Oh,
And I
so
tell
we can
her,
hear
yep.
what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, so I tell her, instead of interrogating you through the normal means, we did not do any of what Raphael did or have any of the failures for dominate person that I had, but instead you just remember me summoning the essence of Nerull through the wish spell into a rat and then killing the rat in front of you, thus killing Nerull. And then I'll say, put her back in the cell in the spell wand.
Okay.
All right, so I'll put her back in the cell.
Okay.
Feel free to remove her gag,
Okay, and I'll remove the gag.
but leave her tied up so she can't kill herself.
Sure.
Roll your initiative.
Roll initiative.
Roll your initiative.
6.
8.
17 plus 3, 20.
14.
She goes last. You're alert. You're not surprised. Everyone else was not expecting her to do anything, otherwise why would you ungag her?
Hey, who ungagged her?
We
I
gagged
did.
her once we went into the
Oh, into the cell?
in the
Okay.
cell.
Oh, you didn't ungag her there.
Oh, no.
Okay. That makes a difference.
Sorry.
Then instead, you'll just see a single tear roll down her cheek. And she won't smile. She doesn't have that smug face. No taunting jibes. She just goes to her cell.
Then we ungag her in the cell and then say, Raphael, feel free to say whatever you'd like to her.
Oh no, Hardigan, you must interrogate her.
I'm sorry that happened, but it had to happen.
She just raises her eyebrows. Very well then.
Can we begin?
Yes, you have no more use for me then.
Oh, we'd still like to know what happened.
We still want the information.
I have months of use for you.
It doesn't matter anyways.
No. All your suffering will be meaningless.
Isn't the very essence of life meaningless?
Perhaps that is one of the things we will find out.
Then go ahead and begin.
I'm going to take some rope and individually have her hands tied and stretched to the walls on opposite sides.
Is Raphael letting this happen?
Oh, no. This is
And I'm going to pull it tighter so that she is lifted up off of the ground and held.
Okay, so you have one end tied.
Okay, I'm not going to let this happen. I throw a dagger at one of the pieces of rope. Actually, I'll throw a dagger at each of the ropes.
Do roll an attack.
For each of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled natural 19. So
What's up with you today?
snip. I don't know, but the ropes are cut.
Next will be natural 18s, then natural
The
17s.
rope does snap right as she's lifting up, and she hits the ground and slumps to the ground.
Hey, look, we don't have to be mean to her anymore. We can just ask her things. It'll work out fine.
You may ask her things while she is tied to the
I'm gonna
cage.
put her. I'm gonna be like, no, look, it's fine. I go into the cage with her. I'm like, listen, we just want to talk. Why can't we just talk and be friends and stuff?
Oh, we're gonna be friends.
Okay.
You're gonna come visit me in my house and see my children, and we're gonna grow old together and
Let
talk
me know
about
when you are ready,
the
and I leave.
world.
Probably not like that necessarily. You might have to stay in here for a long time, but because I mean, you are evil, and I don't think we can let you run around necessarily. But I just want to know why. I don't understand why.
Doesn't matter.
Can't you humor me?
Well, I
I'll
can
be
try again
humored
tomorrow.
when you are
to
no
do-
longer here.
More, but I think we've made all the progress we can for today. You can feel free to continue to talk if you'd like.
Well, don't we have to go kill other people?
We do, but I've done my big resource today, so I'm gonna need a day.
Okay. So I'll just sit and talk with her. Will she say nothing to Finner?
Depends what you say.
Okay, so we'll go through it.
Raphael, I assume you two have it.
So why did you do all those things?
You already asked me this.
Yeah, but you didn't really give me a good answer, so I'm going back to it.
Keep trying the same thing. That sounds smart.
Well, circumstances are a little different now than they were last time I asked you.
Yeah, they're less meaningful now than before.
This is gonna be horrible.
It's gonna be a long. Never mind.
What if I let you go? Would you tell me stuff then?
How would I even know you're going to let me go? You think he'll let me go? She looks at Raphael. I don't think so. Look at him. He's a broken man.
Are you broken?
Not as the slightest.
Oh, no. Okay, well, let's just say I was going to let you go. If I was going to let you go, if I could guarantee you that you could go, would you talk then?
If you let me go, and if I was guaranteed that you wouldn't come find me, and if maybe.
Because I could let you go, and I can guarantee you I'm not going to come find you. But I don't know what the other guys are going to do.
Well, considering they almost strung me up, I'm not looking too hopeful on that.
Yeah, that's probably a good point.
So let us
Pull
start.
me through a gate again, and just from out of nowhere, I just have to be summoned to you so you can beat me and not kill me? Come on. I'll let you go for a day, and then tomorrow I'll rip you away from that plane.
I mean, I don't care as long as you don't do any nasty things to people. I don't care where you go or what you do. I mean, now that Nerull's gone, were you going to keep doing nasty things to people?
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna sit in the cell.
You know, maybe we'll start from the beginning with everything. Something simple to ask her. Like,
I know, really, I'm curious. Like, were you doing nasty things because of things that Nerull promised you? And if he's gone now, are you done doing nasty things? Or are you just nasty?
Does it even matter now?
That's a very important question to me. That dictates the kinds of things that I will try to help you get.
So it'll wipe away my past?
No, but if you were only nasty because you thought...
Oh, yes, I was only nasty because of the rule.
Insight. Like, obviously she's...
You don't have to
yeah,
roll
right?
it.
Yeah, I'm like, look, lying's not going to get you anywhere, really, that you want to go.
I'm not the lying, come on.
Oh, my gosh. Seriously. Tomorrow's Christ, this is horrible. I don't even want to talk to you anymore. You're no fun.
Then I've been doing exactly what I set out to do.
What, not be fun?
I had fun.
You just want to die. You still want to die. Maybe I should have brought you that blanket.
Yes, you should have.
do not give her the blanket.
Would you rather the blanket or to be free? What would you rather have?
They are both free.
All right, whatever. I close the door. I walk out. I'm like, come on, Raphael.
Is it gonna just be us tonight? Everyone else is gonna leave again. We'll have another romp. Just like last night.
Really? You romped with her? That's not good. She's a bad person. You shouldn't be romping with bad people, man.
He's the one that banged my head against the floor.
Oh my gosh.
She is lying, Finno.
I mean, I knew that. I was just giving you a hard time.
Maybe we will start with an easier question for you. Maybe something that you won't lie about, such as,
What is my name?
where are you from?
You know where I'm from.
Do we know where she's from? Where is she from?
I want you to say it.
I am from Abydos.
What's Amarosa?
Abydos is a town on the southern continent.
Keep going. Let's go. Let's have a chit chat.
And
I
were,
leave.
and
I
you
walk
were
off.
raised to be a
Goodbye,
part.
friend.
Yeah. Goodbye, friend.
And you were raised to be a
Friend.
part of the cult from the very beginning. So your parents introduced you to Nerull.
Maybe. Doesn't matter, they're not around anymore anyways.
So I take the gag and I go up. I'm gonna gag her.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure everything is tight.
It's not hard. She doesn't even really resist at this point.
And I don't know. I walk out the room.
You walk out. She's not making it easy for you guys. She's a very difficult person.
I think we should just leave her in prison.
I've got another day that I can try as soon as I get Dominate Person off.
And what is the plan if you try it again?
Well, I mean, this time I have more spell slots because I'm not trying to modify her memory anymore. She may not resist me now that she feels like she might not even, like, everything's pointless to her now.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
But I'm going to try again tomorrow, and if she resists 7 times, then we'll go from there. Maybe it'll take 2, maybe 3 days to break her, but we'll get answers.
There is always Miss Method.
Are you saying that in front of her?
No.
Okay.
I figured that I left.
Okay.
I figured I spent most of the day. If they wanted to come talk to me, they could.
So we're going to pass another day?
That's my plan is.
I have a glass bottle.
He's already preparing his new escapades of items. You saw some things yesterday that you didn't have time to gather. You go back out. Mist. In the meantime, are you going to do anything else of note?
I'm going to go get Human, my
Wyvern.
wyvern. And
He's been eating pretty well on the pigs that are raised in the city.
And we'll meet up with some of the other Tabaxi who are being involved with the securing of the surrounding area.
Trenching, walling, clear cutting.
And we capture some of the first undead to begin the new wall.
Okay. You do that. It'll take a lot of work, but you at least start it.
Yeah.
Can I get a healer's kit?
Has
Yeah,
actual
sure, I
work.
don't care.
Okay, healer's kit. I get one.
I'm also going to
You're level 19. Why not?
Okay.
talk to Artigan about the egg, the wyvern, or not the wyvern egg, the other egg,
yes.
the phoenix egg.
I'm sorry, I meant to give that to you. Here, take it out of the bag.
Do you have any knowledge on when this will hatch? And if
I am
it
not
will
aware.
be full grown, will it be a baby? Will it
Well,
be?
I imagine when it hatches from the egg, it'll be a baby.
Will it be?
You want to raise it similar to your wyvern.
Will it have its memories from before? Will it be kindly to us?
I'm not aware of that. If it does start to hatch, it might be good to have some of your friends around you when it does,
Very good.
just in case.
Are you going to hold on to it then? Because you have now immunity to fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the item grants you, but it's still pretty awesome.
It's super awesome. It doesn't even exist in D&D Beyond.
I know.
There's nothing that gives immunity.
A few things like
There's
spells
a few
and
things
stuff.
that actually will
Yeah,
give immunity,
spells.
but
But yeah, I
Not-
just had to
no
make a
items.
custom item, and I typed it in, and I'll just have to remember it because I can't
I steal a
do
piton.
anything.
fighting.
Oh, thanks. Python.
You plop the little egg into his hand. Give me a survival.
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 27.
27, not bad. You've never really seen this kind of item before in nature,
No.
but
I've got some experience
you
with
do
the
have
wyvern egg.
experience with eggs. Not just wyvern eggs, but bird eggs, nests that you used to rob from the high buildings where they would nest.
Mhm.
Sealing wax.
Out of nowhere. From the peanut gallery, sealing wax. You feel it kind of moving in your hand. Like a little shake. It's definitely alive. And it's definitely close to being fully hatched. It could be possible it's even happening, in the next minute, the next hour, the next day. You're not sure.
I will. Need to find a space. Space that will not burn down.
Definitely wouldn't want to put it in anywhere wooden.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking. I need to find some place that maybe I'll spend some time today trying to find a good spot to help keep it encased for when it hatches, at least.
Okay.
Until I figure out if it can fly from birth or what.
Okay. So that was what you will do for the day.
And I'll be talking to it, getting it used to my voice. I'm just holding
You're doing that. Artigan's talking to all on his stomach, and that baby used to your voice. He's stealing, and Raphael.
Spyglass.
She's mounting a printer.
Yes, it's it's a very valuable item.
That's cool.
Okay.
I'm going
For whatever you
to
leave.
make sure the guards.
Also, just for the record, the 2 knives, the daggers that Finner used to cut the ropes, I have those now.
That's fine. I have more.
I will continue to take them.
I make sure the guards keep a close eye on
Amarosa.
and I will go and seek counsel with Roan.
Okay. Are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm just looking for advice on how to get her to crack.
Okay, so you'll go through kind of the steps you've already taken.
Right.
We'll go through that a little bit. So you're telling him everything that you've done. Do you tell him about your...
Oh, yeah, I tell him about how I saw her holding the orb and
Have
the
you
die
told
of
anyone
fate.
else?
Well,
I kind of wandered, right?
Yeah.
away.
Well, maybe I haven't told these guys yet, but
I remember
we
you said
meet
something about my orb. So
right,
you saw
I
my
did tell
orb.
him about the orb.
So he'll go into that with you. So, what do you think it means?
This is why I'm talking to you, Roan. I am not sure. I believe this is how she casts the darkness on the world, and why it is dark now. Why the eclipse hasn't
Do you think it
passed.
was her that did it?
This is my suspicion.
You said that the orb was held by Artigan.
Artigan now has the same orb.
Did he have the orb when it happened?
Can't remember, Brian. No.
You have a pretty high intelligence.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's an easy task, but do roll it.
He's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I rolled a 13
Plus 5.
and
4 or 5. That's fine.
Plus 4, yeah.
You
5,
actually remember when leaving the cult, their estates.
Mhm.
That's where he found it.
Oh, that's where he found it.
Gillian, you and him
That's right.
fought the
That's right.
Nerullians.
Maybe this is something that it will happen in the future then. I believe she might have, Nerull may have possibly promised her a greatness.
So there was an orb.
I saw a crown ascending or descending, and
Crown.
yeah, it was a crown.
In the Book of Vile Darkness.
And then I saw a tome she was holding
A tome.
with black torn leather.
Okay. What else?
And then she transformed into who I would suspect would be Nerull.
Maybe this is something that we do need to further investigate. You can do it again tomorrow. Can you do it again today?
Hardigan may.
Can you
Can I?
see if you can
Yeah.
dive deeper?
Without the others?
I mean, do you need the others there?
I'm still coming into my skin in this whole thing, Roan. I suppose I can give it one more shot. Thanks for nothing.
Do you say that? Do you mumble it?
Yeah, I kind of groan.
Do you want me to go with you? I can talk to her while you're doing that.
This will be helpful.
All right. Let's do it. He is in the next building over. So you two exit the door and enter into the room. She is ungagged, but you can gag her, tie her up, and bring her back to her spot, her new interrogation seat.
And I will cast Detect Thoughts on her.
Okay. You sit her down. Roan does come with you. He has a hard time looking at her, but he does. You cast Detect Thoughts. She'll save. Is it Wisdom? She actually has advantage. I forgot.
It's a It's a Wisdom of 18.
Okay, so she does save.
And I will. I will smack her with my sword.
Oh, God.
Across the face.
Yep.
Pow! You do.
Like flat side or
Yeah, flat side.
Did she just say?
And I will go.
Gives her disadvantage.
You will
to the
talk.
save.
And I'll cast it again.
Does it give her disadvantage?
It does.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
That's why he does it. Yeah.
That's actually really funny. I thought you just smacked her to smack her.
I'm like,
His dog. Pow! She does save.
Son of a bitch!
She holds
And I'll
her cheek
yell
up.
that. Why do you resist?
She shrugs. Also points to the cheek that you just smacked with her shoulder.
This will continue every day until you talk to us.
Then you can throw her back in her cell.
I
We'll
do.
pass the day. He puts his hand on your shoulder. We'll try again tomorrow. Mist, you find a spot. In the Citadel, they give a portion of the healer's hall to you. It's a back office, but it is made of stone, and they clear it out a bit.
very nice.
Nothing to burn. There are some weapons that they left in there.
Throw them out into the hallway.
Ting, ding, 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 ding. And you place the egg down.
Mm.
Do you sit with the egg, or are you going to leave it?
Does it seem? Is it moving right now? What's it?
It did for a little bit. It was active, then it settled down. Then it's active. It felt like it's kicking.
So this is still that same day?
Yep.
I'm going to... Once the room is set up, if it is calmed back down, I'm going to go back out. Just kind of carry it with me.
Okay.
I'm going to buy some mundane but sturdy-looking shackles.
Okay. You find sturdy shackles.
I had a feeling it wouldn't be too difficult.
Nope. And the night will
Probably
pass.
4 pair.
You do some robbing. I think you got some new items on you.
I mean, yeah.
Your inventory is starting to look a little mixed.
Yeah, it's just kind of... it's a little gnarly.
Artigan, you go home.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the evening, I'll bring it back to the room and I'll curl around it like it's a warm fire.
Nice.
Because it is.
It is a warm fire. And we'll pass the time. Everyone goes to sleep. You stay in Amarosa's room for the night?
Yep.
Okay.
Stay in Amarosa for the night.
They bring you meals because you don't leave much. Everyone else can find their own meals. When you wake up, Mist, there is a tiny little hatched phoenix at your side. It is a baby bird, but it's a little ball of fire.
I'm so conflicted.
It is under your arm as you are holding it, like kind of pushing it up against your furs.
Mhm.
and it is nuzzled against you, sleeping.
It's imprinted. Mama.
Perfect.
Mama.
It shall be the most glorious of mounts.
In a little while. Like,
It is not medium size.
No, I
know
mean
about it.
like a
Eventually
fully
it'll
grown
get
one.
big. But yeah. I mean, I waited a year before I could ride
Much
human.
bigger.
they become large, don't they?
They're gigantic or something.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're stunningly huge. They're
Okay.
dragon big.
A phoenix?
Yeah, gargantuan.
Wow.
A full-grown phoenix. That wasn't full-grown.
Oh,
Okay.
No, it'll take longer than
We have.
our campaign will continue, but
Eventually, you won't be Wyvern Rider. You'll be Phoenix Fire or something.
Does that mean I can ride a human?
probably.
That's a weird sentence.
Uh,
The day passes. Amarosa is ready for round 3.
mhm.
You now have a baby fire phoenix. At all
I
times.
make
not.
Lodi tell me what to do with it, how to feed it.
Lodi, how do I deal with
Yeah.
this?
Lodi's like, oh, get that away from me, that beard. I want to keep it.
I will
don't know
do
what
so.
to eat.
Research it. And I walk away.
Go forward, do the thing.
So you walk away, and he sets someone to task on that for you.
Yes.
We won't roleplay that part.
I'm noticing a trend.
Yep. Skip.
I got to, otherwise we're never gonna get
Yeah.
through this campaign.
This is it. This is the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have a phoenix.
You're gonna
Eventually,
have
they're
just
going to
a
let me get
random
information out of this
hodgepodge
woman.
of items in your bag.
I need to
This is
get a
what we've-
haversack of holding. That's
This is what
I
we've
need.
done for a year.
Okay, Raphael.
Yeah, you're still stealing. I'm still raising a weird fly thing.
You wake up and
Building
she's
a
there.
zombie wall.
You guys had
Nothing
tied
has
her
changed for
down
us.
so she can't smack her head against anything this time.
Are the others with me yet?
And yeah, they'll all come in. She's still sleeping.
Is
The door
Ron-
opens and
I don't come anymore.
Okay.
I told you guys that when you're ready for me,
Come and
let
get
me
him.
know.
Yeah.
Is Roan there?
he is not, but you can get him or send someone to get him.
I want to send someone to get
I
him.
show up just long enough to be like, look, this is not happening right now. It's not fun. We should go kill the other guy.
Well, until we get her to talk, which I can do eventually.
Talk about what? What do we even care that she knows?
Well, it might be useful information for
We don't
Nerull.
even know what we're asking.
This is why
We're asking about
Roan
Nerull.
will-
Roan will be there.
Roan will be here this
She
time
thinks
to help.
Nerull is dead.
Yeah, we're talking about this not. For
I understand that.
Right.
We're trying to keep up the facade that Nerull's dead.
I understand that too.
I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to go do other things.
You say as the door opens and Roland steps out of his little house. Raphael,
I'm going to go steal from Roan.
Finner.
Hello, Roan. I walk away.
He, as you do, he makes sure he's got like his hands in his pockets.
Yeah, I'm
good to
going to
see
go
you.
steal from his house when he's gone. That's what I'm going to do.
All right. It's not hard. He left the door unlocked and open.
I mean, no lock will stop me, literally.
He just left it unlocked.
I go into his house.
You do.
Does he have anything interesting?
Probably.
I'm looking for a bag of holding or a handy
He doesn't
haversack.
have that.
I will scour the town for someone who has them that's not Artigan.
Yeah, because you can't steal from him because I deemed it so.
Yes. And because I need a bag of holding or a handy haversack to hold the things that I'm stealing.
And we keep her.
Yeah, she's all
Dad.
tied up, but I just wanted to ask Roan real quick. So, Finna raises a good point. We don't even know what we're asking her. What are we trying to find out, Roan?
Should we step out and talk about what we're going to ask her?
Well, this is before you go in.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Why did she come back to the material plane? She's been gone for a year. Why is she back?
If this goes as well as I hope, we have plenty of time to ask her all the questions.
What about these magical items? Your orb.
That was one question I planned on asking.
What else did you see? A crown, your orb, a book.
These, and this will.
Do you think she'd have information about Karamir?
Will she have information about Karamir? That's a good point I hadn't even thought of.
Because if we're going there next, it's good to have more information. That's the main reason why I wanted to stop everything else until we get this done.
And do you think that she will answer these questions if she believes Nerull is dead?
I think she'll have to if I have her dominated. Tell her what to do, and she does it.
Let me try to burn some of her resistances. Is that metagame right
No,
there?
resistance is
She is very resistant, but it has a limited.
Okay. I believe we are ready.
Okay.
So again, you tie her up, gag her, throw her in the little chair, boom. Round 3.
I cast
Detect thoughts.
Detect Thoughts.
You smack her across the face once.
I do.
You do. You could probably even do it with your fist. You don't have to, sword her down.
No, I use my sword.
Flat of the blade. Smack. Raphael's enjoying this a little too much. She heals just enough every day for you to give her a few smacks. Disadvantage. So straight roll. She saves.
Damn it. Where's your roll?
You kind of bloody her lip. Her tooth looks a little red at the bottom. She smiles.
I will smack her again. Actually, I don't need to. Yeah, I do.
You probably do.
Cast it again.
Forward, backhand, once again.
This isn't the same as we had last time.
She fails. She does not choose to succeed, but she's also less afraid of you would think, than she is of Artigan.
Whatever.
And you can read her surface thoughts.
Oh, this is for diving deep.
Oh, that's right, because you can always read her surface thoughts. You dive deep. What are you looking for?
Anything about these items and where they are.
Okay, so you're going for items. Detect thoughts. I'm going to just kind of pull it up here. You initially learn the surface thoughts, diving deep.
So questions verbally directed at the target creature naturally shape the course of the thoughts. Da-da-da-da.
I don't see that section, so let me read closer. For the duration, you can learn its thoughts. If you probe deeper, the target must make. If it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind. So, something it worries over, loves, hates. It's not going to give you specifics of, locations, items.
Sure. But if I ask, we can ask the questions.
It knows you're probing. Okay. So you go deep, and again you step through that door of darkness.
And I'll just ask, or say, yesterday I saw in your mind a die, an orb, a ring, a crown.
As you say this, you're pulling the darkness together, and it forms her again, wearing all these items. She now has Artigan's orb in her hand. Keep talking.
What are they for?
She doesn't answer you, but you can see a magical energy starting to form inside the orb, and at the same time you see all that energy kind of wash over all the items at the same time. Simultaneously, this dark energy starts to spread throughout her body, into the book, into the ring, into the crown. And again you see the book, the crown, the ring, the orb. There's one more. If you didn't write it down, I'll retell you because you're
It
here
was
again.
the orb, the die, the ring.
The die is the other one. There's 5 items total that she's
Orb,
focused
die,
on.
ring, crown, and tome.
And she's very focused on them, and she possesses all of them. And that seems to be a very important part of what you're seeing, is that she possesses all of these items together.
You know you will never have these items.
You can see the orb. Artigan appears in the thoughts in this scene, and she sends it out, and it pierces through him, out of him, and then back to her. And he collapses to the ground. You see the die ripped away from a dragonborn's hands, who has now appeared.
The die?
The die. And as the memory starts forming more, you see it ripped out of Magnus's fingers.
Magnus has the die.
No, he had the die. It's ripped out of his fingers, right?
No, the ring was ripped out of the fingers.
The die
The die was?
ripped out of his fingers.
So she took the orb out of my hands. She's thinking about who has all of them.
Oh, she wants these items so she can make it happen.
Mm-hmm. So the die was out of the Dragonborn's hands. Did you say something about the ring?
I didn't.
And what about the ring?
You see these long, cold, dead, bony fingers that click against the ring as they move around.
Carmen's
Or
here.
Carmen or whatever.
No, Carmen.
And where do you keep this tome?
You see the tome. She tries to push you out and she can't, and you see it again, and it's set up on this faux pedestal made out of flesh, and that pedestal has come up out of the ground like a nodule of sinew and flesh that has risen from a fleshy ground. It's similar to the ground you had seen before where she was when you ripped her away.
Is that all of them? Yeah. Or the ring.
The ring.
The ring was Karamir. The die was a Dragonborn. Book. Ring, orb,
Crown.
Book, crown. And where's the crown come from?
And when you say that, it's just darkness. There's nothing there. Unknown. And that'll be your 10 rounds.
I believe I know the location of a few of these items.
Okay. Should we continue with my step then?
Absolutely.
Okay. Cast Dominate Person.
Here we go again. Disadvantage, so just straight roll.
Yep.
She saves.
Luck.
You can make her roll. No, you can't make her roll.
Oh, okay. Dominate Person again.
She saves.
Luck.
That's cocked. She saves.
Mark off the luck. And Dominate Person. And I cast
Again,
again.
these streams
Yep.
of blue energy. Poof, poof. She chooses to save.
Okay. And I cast Dominate Person again.
She saves.
Okay. Luck.
Artigan's twisting the face. She saves.
Jeepers
Okay.
creepers.
I cast Dominate Person again.
She saves.
Luck.
20?
Yep.
She saves. Barely.
That was my last luck. and cast it again.
She chooses to save.
Okay, and then I cast it again.
She saves.
God damn it.
Oh, I guess we have to unfortunately wait another day.
She just smiles at you guys. You gonna throw her back in her little cell?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Every day until we get the information.
Do you rip the gag out?
Nope.
There's a little blood that's kind of staining the cloth that's shoved into her mouth. And we can pass some more time. You have a baby phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can relate info if you want.
Do I find
I'm
a
not
handy
there.
haversack or a bag of holding anywhere in town?
No. Not today. But you find some cool stuff.
What do I
Things
find?
you like.
Things I like.
Not magic.
Right. I'm running out of things I like that are not magic.
I know. That's what happens when you can
Quickly.
just take everything you want. It doesn't become as fun, does it?
How about a vial of acid? That'd be
Oh,
fun.
sure. You find a vial of acid.
Okay.
That was what your day consisted of.
Finding a vial of acid.
If I do see you around, I'll offer to let you ride the Pegasus again. 'Cause I know you.
That would be
enjoy it.
fun. Antitoxin?
No, not today.
Okay, I mean, I don't need it. I'm immune to poison. But
You're not in the room. I'm just saying if they see you during the day, they can relate the info.
Oh, no, I'm not in the city.
No, okay.
how about a boomerang?
Sure. You found a boomerang.
I sent you a text, but when
I don't
while
read my
While I was
texts.
wandering, I teleported away.
Okay.
If you're going to skip over everything I do, I may as well split the party.
You're going to do that anyways. I don't skip over everything you do. You got a baby phoenix.
Mm-hmm. I want to roleplay every minute with him.
I know you do.
I mean, if you want to skip over the days of Amarosa.
I was about to think
messing
of
with
it.
you.
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 casts a day that I can do on it.
I'll steal a couple more daggers.
Daggers, phoenix, reconnect with some family stuff.
With the Phoenix,
Interrogate.
we go to new exciting places, and I show him the views, and I try to feed him worms and bugs and birds.
What does it actually eat?
Which
Everything.
does it eat everything? Yeah.
Because it doesn't eat them, it
Just
consumes
consumes
it
them.
with fire.
Yeah. I have experimented with, I'll subdue some undead and experiment with that. See
It
if he likes
consumes
those.
it with
Yeah.
fire.
Does it grow?
It hasn't grown yet. It's only been a day.
Maybe we should feed it like flasks of oil, flammable substances. I bet I could steal a bomb. We could feed it a bomb and see what happens.
You're not putting a bomb near me.
Okay.
You can shove that bomb up your ass, actually.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How about oil?
I'm on a different continent right now.
All right, whatever.
He just left.
You left your pet behind?
Well, he's got
No,
his
I
pet.
brought it.
I was your pet. I'm so hurt.
Yeah, you've been replaced.
Wow.
Because
Wow.
I'm going to train this one not to fuck with ropes that I tie around people.
Ooh.
Man,
Ooh.
I'm hurt.
Good.
Okay. So I kind of have an idea of what people are doing. We will just do a contested check for the next day. We're going to do, because it's very close how much resources you can burn compared to what she can do.
I will say-
I will plead with you to go do something else.
I
Then I will
mean,
beg you.
I'm willing to do things. It's just I'm not going to teleport, and I'm not going to be able to do anything that's high-level magic.
we should bring what's-his-face here and beat him up so we can finish at least one other task before the world ends.
I want to get more information. I'm sure she has more information than we do about Karamir.
Okay, all right.
And I feel like it would be better to
All right, I'll see you
have that
tomorrow.
information. Okay. I will say if I cast the last 2 spells of the day, I can dominate person for 8 hours. Up to 8 hours.
I don't know what you mean.
If I cast dominate person at an 8th level, it increases the time.
Okay.
So when I upcast it,
So when you use it as a wish.
when I use it as a wish or when I cast my 8th level spell.
Okay.
Because I have dominate person.
You can do it 7 times.
Yeah.
What he's saying is if she succeeds the first bunch of times,
Then it's only for a minute.
He's going to pull out the big gun.
Yeah.
So it'll just be the contested check how well you do.
Okay.
Just roll your spellcasting modifier. As if you're using an attack.
Let's see.
Can use a luck.
Proficiency.
Yeah. Can I use luck on this? Probably not because I was using
Yes.
luck. Oh, okay.
It's a very close roll.
So 4 is the better of the 2.
Plus proficiency.
So many
and
days.
modifier.
So
Yeah,
many
so it'd be
fucking
plus
days.
Did you see
12,
what she
so it'd be
rolled?
14.
No, true.
She rolled a 1
Nice.
Wow.
So the next day she cracks.
the next day. The very next day, it finally works. You crack the code.
Could I make
What are
it
you
one?
going to do with that? That's the important part.
So Roan and
Same thing. Finner's out doing escapades.
Mhm.
Mist is off feeding baby Phoenix. This is not what they like to do. They want to kill things, hit things, kill birds, leave them at the doors,
No, that's not true.
and steal stuff.
Yes.
Explore. Live life.
Right. Do
Not
something
hang out in a room.
every day.
Yeah.
yeah.
In their own way, they're both really easily
Distracted.
Like, come on.
Did I
There's a reason they
succeed
hung up.
in the 9th or 8th or 9th?
She rolled a 1. Yes.
Okay, so I'll let Roan know it's a good outcome. She's following my orders for 8 hours.
And what are your orders?
To tell us everything to the best of her ability and not lie when we ask her a question.
You can use this to command the creature. It does its best to obey. Simple and general course of action. So it's simple and general. So you want her to talk to you without lying. That seems simple and pretty general.
Answer any questions to the best of her ability.
Okay.
Oh,
If it takes damage, though, we're going to
Mhm.
reroll.
okay.
And then the thing starts over. Just so you know.
Mhm.
So you tell Roan. Very good. It might be best to have everyone here for this part then. Should we fetch them?
You may feel free, but I'm going to start asking questions right away.
You start the interrogation. We'll gather the group. And we'll put all our minds together. You start.
Yep.
He walks out.
What do you know about Karamir? Tell me everything.
Amir. He is a great old soul. A lich of the highest order. One of Nerull's favored. Just like me. She smiles.
Who are the other favored?
Oh, you killed one. Actually, you did, didn't you, Raphael? Shamir.
Another traitor.
A friend.
For now, he's a friend.
Who are the others?
There are some others. We don't know everyone.
Oh,
If
which
we
ones?
knew everyone, then this would be easy to crumble, wouldn't it? And everything that he's worked so hard for would
That's true.
collapse.
Which ones do you know of, though? You knew Shanir? You knew...
There was
Carmian?
one that is no longer around. He lived in The city across the sea.
No, not.
Mil Inon.
What was his name?
Really? You're gonna make me like revive the dead people? Alright.
Oh, I was just wondering if it would come up. If it's not going to, you can just be like, person that you...
His name was Vanya.
Vanya.
Is there any other traitors to us?
We are not traitors, Raphael, and there are more of us than you can count. The dead know to avoid us. They're commanded to. Nerull controls all the undead of the entire world.
So the dead will not attack you?
They won't attack me.
Hmm.
They will attack you, though, and they will attack your cities. And it is coming.
What is coming?
The end of all of your sanctuaries, the end of everything that you've built for a year.
We
are going to tear it down to the ground, destroy it from the inside out.
How do they plan to do that?
It's already going to begin.
Oh, I don't know how, though. How are they planning on doing that?
I brought a beast from the abyss. And he is a powerful creature.
What is this beast you speak of?
He is
Does it have a name?
Korgeth. Korgeth the Devourer. He will destroy that pathetic cat city.
And where is Korgath?
He's on his way there now. It's too late.
And what about these items? What are they?
They are anchors to this world. They're part of Nerull. I am to be his vessel.
You were to be his vessel.
I was to be his vessel. It doesn't matter, no. Maybe I can be him. I'll be interested in him. Once I get all these items together, I'll try. She's just like freely talking at this point.
Yeah, it's like truth serum.
Finner, you actually come in at this point. They found you.
Oh, they found me? Did I have a chance to steal
Oh,
it?
yes.
Well, I want to try to find a handy haversack, a bag of holding,
You're
or
still
a
looking.
portable
It's getting
hole.
easier every day because you're getting less and less turf to...
Or a portable hole.
Still nothing that powerful within the city.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm throwing them away in Last City.
Yeah, right? Like, what are you doing?
Just like, these things.
Mist, you'll receive a message eventually.
Oh, I was about to say when she told us about the last city, after a few seconds I'll tell a guard to go tell Roan that a beast is going after the last city.
Okay.
So they find me,
I don't
so
know
I
if
show up.
He got to Roan before he sent the message or not? But
Nope.
okay.
We have cracked Amarosa. She's talking freely. Could use your insight back in Oakdale.
At last.
That's what Rome says. He doesn't say there's a rampaging beast
He
coming
doesn't
to
know
eat your
that.
family. Oh,
He'll know in a little bit.
Sweet.
So we'll see how fast you get there.
Okay, so I show up. I'm like,
You
so what's
show
going on,
up.
guys?
Oh, my bestest little friend, Finner.
We are friends now. Yes.
I mean, you're just annoying as all get out, but out of all of them, you're still the nicest. You haven't given me a nice smack across the face in a while.
I actively want to not hurt you.
She will say whatever you want now.
Yes,
She would
I've
tell
asked
you
her
whatever.
to.
I will not say whatever he wants, but
Why?
what do you want to know?
Why did you do all those bad things?
I'd like you to also answer any of his questions.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Thank you, Artigan. I would love to do that.
Why did you do all those bad things?
Which bad thing? Sacrifice?
She likely doesn't think they're bad, so she wouldn't respond that way. Why did you
Kill all those people.
betray the council?
Yeah.
The council was too powerful. We needed to corrupt it from within, and as we did, we destroyed the fibers that banded these lands together.
Is there any way to turn you from your evil path?
My path is set.
Is there any way to turn your path from Nerull?
The rule is no longer. I already told you. I'm gonna take all the items. I'll become the new god.
Okay. He
You
wasn't
can
here for
all
that.
worship
He wasn't-
Amarosa soon. I'll be powerful.
I don't think you're supposed to worship your friends.
They worship their friend.
I don't.
Look at that symbol right there. That's the symbol of marriage.
I mean, I have a symbol I pull out of my bag, and I'm like,
Of
but
what?
so what?
Of what?
Oh, merit. I got the holy symbol of merit.
Oh, you worship him too.
No, I don't worship him. I just took that from somebody.
Well, then you can take my symbol.
I might steal your symbol if you become a god, yeah.
I might listen to you. And you know, if I am the god, I will grant you all the luck you ever need. All the fate.
Why would you do that, though?
On a whim. You're funny.
At least I'm funny.
What does this beast, the Korgath, the Devourer, does it have any weaknesses?
Whoa, there's a
or-
beast?
Yes, that's something we found out. And
What beast?
It is not weak, it is powerful.
Yes, but does it have any weaknesses? Is it?
No.
Where is this beast?
He's gonna eat you. Well, he's gonna eat the cats today.
Is
We
he
just
the-
found out about this, and we're already telling Rowan.
When is he going to get there?
I don't know. He's on his way. He's been there for a while. I've been stalling for a long time.
Is he waiting for your command?
No, I don't have a connection.
Is he the only beast?
He is the beast.
Is there more than one of him in multiple places?
No,
Have you unleashed evils in any other city?
maybe. I don't remember.
You do remember.
This is the evil.
You haven't unleashed any other
He's
evils.
enough to take all your cities down in an instant. Once he gets there, he will suck it into the ground. He will corrupt it just like he did Barladur.
What is oh, is he the worm?
He is the worm.
The big purple worm.
No, he's not the purple worm.
Is
Does
he
he
the
look like
worm
a
that
worm?
you were inside of at Barlador?
I wasn't inside of a worm.
What were you inside of?
I was in his home,
In his home?
Barladur.
So that Korgath the Devourer, is that the thing that made the holes?
No,
Barlador?
that was the purple worm.
Okay.
He travels with them.
Oh,
They're friends.
the purple worm travels with?
They're friendly. Yeah.
Okay.
If you were going to defeat Korgath, how would you do it?
I would run.
But if you were going to try to defeat him, how would you do it?
I would bring. I'd probably task you for to do it, so I don't have to risk my own neck.
Do you know if it has any weaknesses to any elements?
No, it does not have weaknesses. It just has strengths. It is strong. Very strong.
What's it look like?
It's a worm.
Oh,
Oh,
Korgath
so-
is also a worm.
Didn't I not tell you this already?
Oh, sorry, you're getting us confused between Korgath and the purple worm. They're two
Well, you're
separate
confusing
entities.
me then.
Okay, alright. So, he's a giant worm. So does he come from under the ground?
Yes. He's a demon.
So
He's from the abyss.
So this Korgath is like
Demons
basically
are-
a demon version of the purple worm.
Sure, that's a nice simplistic way to put it for your simplistic minds.
And he has friends that are purple worms?
Yes.
Hmm.
Did I not say that?
How many friends?
I don't know. I saw a few here and there.
You need a worm mist.
Yes, we do.
You don't
That's
want
what
to
run.
warn him. He doesn't want to be there either. Run.
We want to let him know.
He'll start there though, and then he'll move on to the next city, and then the next. I think Theos is after that.
Do you know the order that it's happening? You said Theos is probably next?
Well, I hadn't said all the order, but yeah, Theos is next. I was going to meet him in Last City. What a fitting name for a city that's about to become
The first?
the first of the last.
I have to go.
Isn't that ironic?
Mist is on his way here. I'm sure of it. We had someone.
We'll see what happens when Rowan lets him know.
Do we have someone manning the teleportation circle here that can send me?
Of course, there's always someone.
Probably.
How expedient were you?
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna teleport to the circle.
From the circle to
just
the
cast
circle.
teleportation.
Oh, you were just
circle.
going to cast teleport. Boom, you're there.
Well, teleportation circle.
1 minute.
So you went to the teleportation circle and had someone else
I'm
teleport
running
you?
to the Citadel,
No,
to the
I'm
teleportation circle.
just where I am. I just draw.
I'm
it
trying
on
to
the
get
ground.
there.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, you do release the spell's energy. Poof. You're in the Citadel. No one's in there. 30 seconds after you leave the teleportation room, you get another message from Roan. And then you actually turn the corner and you see him like with his hand on his throat and his eyes closed looking up. He's literally sending the message, but he didn't know that you were going to turn the corner at that exact moment.
His eyes closed. Well, then I'll just step right up in front of him.
We've just found that Amarosa said Last City is going to be under attack. We will be there to defend it. Do not come to Oakdale.
I use the reply from the message. What? When he opens his eyes, I look at him for a
He
second.
startles, actually.
And I turn around. Go back to the pre-existing teleportation circle.
Yeah, I'm running to the teleportation circle.
So the bad news is I just used all my spells.
Yeah.
I can't even teleport us.
Well, hopefully there's someone at the circle that can send us.
She's still there, though, talking. Are we going to go?
You said you were able to teleport people, correct?
I can do that.
Would you mind actually teleporting Raphael? Would you like to go to the Last City?
What are we going to do with Amarosa after she teleports
She does
us?
anything Artican wants for 8 hours. She will fight
Until
with
his
us.
concentration breaks.
Yep.
Fair.
I don't have any more spells that I can concentrate on, really, though.
So there you go.
Or if you take damage.
Or if I take damage, yes.
This is
But-
not a. This is a hasty move, Artigan.
Well,
Stand in the fight.
We can lock her up, and we can find a way to Last City. If we need to rest, we can rest in Last City.
You're a little under duress and slightly panicked, but do give me an intelligence check. Yeah, both of you is fine.
23.
Roan's literal only purposes are to send messages and teleport. That's what he does.
okay.
Oh, so Ron can get us there.
Is there anything else we want to know from her?
We can always try this again some other time.
I would love to talk more. This was a nicer chat than I had thought.
Maybe
Do
you'll
think about taking me up on that offer. She gives you a wink.
Ugh. I do that in game. Ugh.
Oh, God.
If he gets the Last City, it'll be too late.
So, let's go find Finna.
I'm going to teleportation circle with all speed.
Yep, and we'll put her back in the cell and make sure she's restrained so she can't damage herself and also gagged, and have the guards watch her.
Give the standing orders to the guards.
And then we'll go find her.
Okay. You turn back around. Rowan looks at you, Mist. Before you leave, he's like, I'll send aid.
Pretty good.
Do you want me to send you?
I'm gonna stand on the circle.
He puts his hand, poof, you're gone. You run into the room and you see that charge, poof, and Mist disappears.
Ron, I gotta go. I gotta go too.
Where are Artigan and Raphael?
I don't know. I have to go. You have to send me now.
Let's find them. I'll send you all.
Oh, they're so slow, Ron. Please.
Then let's be quick. And he runs. And you see this old man run. And he doesn't run well. And he doesn't run fast. But
so
he does
sad.
his best to like
Okay.
puff through the halls. down to the ground. You have to actually slow down and wait for him.
Oh, yes, obviously. Like, do.
When I'm on, as soon as we get out of the building, I'll telepathically link to my mount to meet us.
To where?
To pick us up on the way, so we
Okay.
can go faster.
It flies. You get on the mount, you fly into the Citadel, and you meet in the hall, the entry hall of the Citadel.
All right, we have to go now.
Best of luck. All 4 of you teleported out.
Okay.
And you are teleported into Last City. He had an item from the actual teleportation circle room.
Cool.
That's how he's getting back and forth through there. And as you appear, Mist is just walking out, running out. His tail goes out the door.
I will see if I can get my Pegasus up into the sky.
Well, you're in a building.
Oh. Can I get my Pegasus out of the building?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna mount him and exit the building.
Y'all run outside. You see Mist. Where are you running to?
I'm going to. I just lost the name of the person. One of the guards one of my brothers that is in charge of the defense of the city.
Okay.
I'll see what his name was. Whichever one he was.
Well, you had 5 brothers or something stupid.
Come on. Stop updating and giving me new notes on OneNote. I don't care what's changed.
I got you here. So, which one was he? Was he the captain? Captain is a female. That's Luck Hoarder. Her name is Luck.
Let's see. Captain of the City Guard. Yes. But she's in the entourage to Oakdale. So she's up there.
That's true.
General
She's also
Wilson.
not one of your siblings.
And let's see. And Luck and Joy are both there.
Thistle is your sister. You have 6 siblings. You didn't mention their ranks.
Yep. Let's see. They're all princes and princesses.
So who are you going to find? Some of your entourage is in Oakdale.
Yep. So they're all in Oakdale. So I will go to Starcatcher, the matriarch.
Your mother?
Yeah.
Oh, you run by the dead bird that's still on the step. She hasn't even come and got it yet. Of course, as usual.
It's been 5 days.
It's been a day. It felt like 5 days to you, though.
It's been a couple days.
A couple. They
I
went
guess
through
there's
that
been 2
like.
days. That's true.
Yeah.
2 or 3.
You run inside, and she is lounging about near the garden that was created by Artigan. He calls them Merit Gardens. And she's lounging in the sun, in the daylight of that garden, on the dirt, sprawled out.
So slow.
What do I owe this pleasure? You finally have come to pay respects. Thank you for the bird.
And I'll sit down in the sun also and say, I have reason to believe the attack we have expected is finally coming.
Oh, well, I'm sure the walls will hold just fine. We've been expecting this. We've been preparing for this. We've been trenching and fencing. These undead have no intelligence.
Indeed. We are as prepared as we can be.
She turns over on her stomach and she's scratching something into the ground. Doodling.
Okay. Is it perhaps Thieves' Camp? Is she trying to send me a secret message that she
No,
can't
I
say
mean,
out
you're
loud?
in her house anyways.
Okay. Well, that's what I was saying. I was like,
You
I'll
know her to
compromise
speak
this.
very frankly.
Okay.
Especially when she's in her own private comfort.
I just wanted to make sure she didn't feel like the place was compromised or something.
Nope.
I come only to report what I know.
My baby. Well, get your brothers and sisters and have them ready.
Of course. I felt it would be impolite to tell them before I told you.
Eventually, one of them will be, one of your sisters at least, will take control of the city.
Indeed.
Make sure they're ready for the task. That's what your job is.
I do have something to show you.
Oh, I love secrets. Her eyes dilate. And she sits up. Oh, what is that?
It is not yet ripe. but
Her
it is
mostly
a phoenix.
white fur with soft orange stripes ruffles a little. She twitches her whiskers.
Fascinating, is it not?
How are you not consumed in fire and burnt hair?
At first I was. It took much practice. I would not recommend getting this close.
You can feel the heat.
Mm-hmm.
She can feel the heat. You can see it. Her whiskers kind of twitch.
Yeah. Watch. And I'll reach over to one of the dead bird offerings that are probably nearby.
One's laying in the dirt
Yeah.
somewhere in the sand.
Watch this. And just
You see one of
Consumes
the
it in flame.
gardeners, who is not just a gardener, but he's also the kitty litter cleaner,
nice.
Oh.
just stares at you like with his mouth agape.
Return to your duty, slave.
Feed the
He
garden.
turns around and starts scooping the litter.
We're now a god among cats.
Right.
Yes. Well, I will go now to see my sisters. I hope you have a good day, Mother.
Keep the fire away from the garden. And make sure your sisters are ready.
So the first thing I do when we get there is I put my ear in the ground.
Okay. You
Nothing.
listening?
Yeah, listening.
You don't have any special abilities.
No, I'm just put my ear in the ground.
Then nothing.
Hear people walking.
So
stuff.
I run out and I'm like, I know where I run to the murder hole.
Okay. You run to the murder hole. You guys saw Miss go into his house.
Oh,
I
did we?
suppose
Did I
that
run to his house?
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that we saw him going there. Did
Yeah,
I
you
run
were
to-
like on the tail end of him running out of the room, running into his house.
Okay, then I run into the house.
You catch up right as
We'll
he's
follow.
like, and right as her eyes dilate.
Okay. Yeah, I just run in. I don't even say anything to anybody.
They know you.
Right. I'm like, there's a worm. It's a giant worm coming. It's a worm demon. It's gonna come under the city and eat everybody.
I told you to put a muzzle on your pet.
Yes, he is rather uppity.
There's a worm coming, a giant worm demon.
Not now. I will meet you outside.
Are you?
On the steps. Go attempt to free your birds again.
I go out, I just take the whole bird cage and I throw it on the ground. I open it up and then I'm just like, get out, you stupid birds! Yeah, basically.
You guys see this
I will deal
outburst.
with him.
Oh,
I get up and I walk out.
I'm getting on the Pegasus and I'm flying over the city to see if I can see anything in the distance.
It's dark. Your dark vision extends 120 feet.
Mm-hmm.
It's dark.
Oh. Now,
There's a giant worm coming!
is it here?
It will be here soon. I don't know if it's here now or not, but I didn't hear it when I put my ear on the ground. But it's going to come up from under the city and eat it. She said once it's here, it's already too late, and that we can't stop it.
Ridiculous.
but it's true.
You should evacuate. You should evacuate everybody. Get everybody out of the city.
Why?
Because if you don't, people will die. It has purple worm friends. It's bringing them with it. They can get out via the teleportation circle.
Very well. Go. Speak to my sisters. I have a plan.
I'm sure Oakdale will be happy to accommodate.
Where are your sisters?
Summer wind should be to the east.
She's probably in the water district.
Yeah. Green Eyes at night. My brother will, of course, be seeing to the gardens. Just making up lives for them on the spot.
All right. Well, you tell me where to
How's
find
it
them,
feel?
basically.
River to the Sea, Robin Chaser, Secret Wisteria, and Thistlethorn.
But you tell me like where they're going to be.
it's about the things that they like, where they tend to be.
Okay, so I have...
Finner does what he does best.
He runs.
He runs.
Like, I feel like Paul Revere.
And he does it quick. As he's going through the city.
The worms are coming!
So you're just going to cause panic throughout the city? That's awesome.
Yes, I do. I'm like, get to the teleportation circle. It's your only way out.
Where is Artigan? We can relax a little bit.
I'm gone already. If you don't know where they are, I'm like, spirit.
He's gone.
Perfect.
Artigan is near Raphael. No, he's on his Pegasi.
Yeah, I probably flew up to see if I could see anything. If I didn't, then I'll probably come
So you
back
have
down, but-
the... Here's the problem with your item.
Mhm.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
It sees true sight 120 feet. And then you have no dark vision.
Mhm.
Everything in this world is dim. So people with dark vision can see normally in dim light, but you don't have that.
No, true sight is like that. You can
To
see in
120
darkness.
feet.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes. But not further than that. Dark vision lets you see in dim light.
So
That's
we're
the
bright
word.
light.
Sure.
So you guys, if you have dark vision looking out into the world, you see it a little better. You'd see the silhouettes further off.
Mm.
But because it's all dim light, you just have trouble seeing past that 120 feet.
So
So he flies 80 feet up.
Right.
Yeah.
Or 60 feet up or whatever.
probably like to see what's on the ground. So maybe like 80 to 100. But I'll probably end up meeting up with Raphael. Be like, Raphael, the place is, it's proofed against the fiends, so I believe that would also include the worms. So they're likely going to attack with the purple worms, and then after they destroy the city and destroy the sanctuary, then they can likely have the abyss worm take over.
It sounds like definitely what they were doing. I do not know how to defend a city against a worm. Maybe put it in a jar.
Can I be finding them yet? I'm kind of
You're
looking
with
for
them,
Artigan.
yeah.
Okay.
I figured you were with Raphael. And I
Yeah,
thought
you
met
are
up
with Raphael. You all meet up. He's still out there, and every once in a while you see Finner. And he's gone.
Yeah.
And he's just yelling as he's running. But he has amassed a pretty good amount of commotion. People moving. You now see
How long do we
summer
truly
wind
have?
moving.
We don't know. We just know it's coming
Let's see.
Why do you not know?
because she didn't know. She
Why
said,
don't you look at the beast?
With your orb, man.
"Can I? Yeah, I can scry on things."
Well, you know its name.
Yeah.
Okay. Scrying. Let's look up that spell. You do know its name.
Mm-hmm.
You know its exact name.
It's a creature, so that's good.
Mhm.
on the same plane of existence must make a wisdom saving throw.
Godworm.
You
Save.
don't have anything of note from it. You don't have a connection to it.
And on successful save, it's not affected, and I can't use the spell against it for 24 hours.
You've heard of the target. It gets a +5 because you don't know it.
Yep.
Rough.
So it will roll its wisdom save.
God, it's probably like 1,000,000.
I mean, if it rolls a 1,
Even if it rolls a 1, it has a legendary resistance probably and can choose to save. But
sweet.
that would be 1 legendary resistance off.
It'd be great if you
What is this
scried
guy's
it
name?
and then you saw us.
Yeah, that would be really...
Wait, I'm seeing us for some reason.
The ground collapses around
Oh,
you.
yeah. Like, over.
What's your save?
20. Is it 20?
It saves. It has a +5 as well because you're only heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely saves.
Yep. I couldn't locate it, and it's immune to its effects for 24 hours.
Very well.
And now I'll fly up and get a 120 view around the city and fly around and see if I see anything that needs assistance. If there's any people that are trying to evacuate, but they're going slow, I'll give them a ride.
I'm
helping-
the square again as I run to another sibling.
I'm helping evacuate the city via Pegasus while he's
Okay.
alerting it.
Passes by. There goes Finner once more. You now see some of Mist's siblings gathering people, and you can kind of tell the princes and the princesses of this city because they dress the part. They all look royal. And they're pretty commanding as well. They play their part well. They move people to the teleportation circle, and once they have a room full, the elder sends them through. Poof. And then they repeat that process 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and that's it. He's out. He can't do it anymore. There's still some people here.
How many?
At least one more group.
Well, I just had a thought.
Deep into thought.
I just had an
What's the
idea.
thought? These are the cats that are gonna die. It's okay.
No, I had another thought.
Are there 9 of them? Do they have 9 lives?
Mist,
Mm-hmm.
do you have a bag of holding or a portable hole or a handy haversack handy anywhere in your kingdom?
Those weird, useless magical
Likely,
items?
someone has something of that sort.
Well, if you find one, I can get the rest of the people here someplace safe.
So you're talking about putting things together that shouldn't go together and spilling people into the astral plane, which you will go get later.
Well, he'll go get them later because he can open a
okay.
gate to the astral plane. I can't. Just use your
it's
cube.
randomly.
Use your
placed
cube
too.
and gate them there now. Open the gate and have them walk through. We can put them in the astral plane, and then we can come and get them later.
Can we fight this worm in the astral plane?
No, but that's the thing.
We could
What-
pull the worm into the astral plane, but that doesn't mean that the purple worm still won't attack the city.
We know the worm's name.
We know the worms.
Why
full
don't
name.
we just yank him to another plane?
Be ready to go.
Which plane are we yanking him to?
Wait, Artigan has expended a lot of his resources today.
I'm not going to be able to help much.
No.
We don't need to help much.
We go to hell.
We go to Beator.
We suck the worm to Beator, then we leave.
It's not going to work.
Why not?
What are you talking about? Is it a
5
deity?
foot by 20 foot gate.
If it's bigger than 5 foot by 20 foot, it doesn't suck it through.
Oh, is that how it works?
It's just not going
To
to work.
make 5 to 20 foot in diameter.
Oh, that was a great idea.
It would
So
be a
20-foot
great
diameter is...
All of our enemies are going to be larger than that from here on out, so we
Right,
can't
they're
do the
all
kill room.
big.
There's plenty of people you could
ginormous.
kill room. Plenty of people you could kill room.
But you could send everybody
But not the giant
here
worm.
to the astral plane for them to be safe, right? You could do that.
Is the astral plane particularly safe?
It's safer than this place is going to be. You know what I mean? I have friends in the astral plane. I can go get one and see if maybe they can watch your subjects for a little while.
So here's a question. It doesn't say that the spell just fails. It says if that creature is on a plane other than the one you are on, the portal opens in the named creature meaning its vicinity and draws the creature through it. So would it just like pull it through a 20 by 5 foot thing and just shred it as it goes in?
No, this is not going to work.
Okay.
That would be
Brutal.
too awesome.
Yeah.
It'd be like a Tarrasque killer. Tarrasque! Swoop! Like just a chunk of it comes through and it's like, you're
Like a
like,
wood
job
chipper.
done.
I was thinking like Aliens where it comes to the window and
Yeah,
gets
it's like
spilled into space.
Yeah. No, that would be great.
We could get to it.
It would be graded.
We could get to it.
Graded.
Get to it right now.
Oh yeah, you can open the door to the worm. If it's underground though, that wouldn't be great for us.
I mean, you can rebuild cities. You can't rebuild people.
Right.
Well, I've done it in the past. It's very painstaking.
Well, actually,
You can rebuild people?
True polymorph. I can turn a chair into a person. But it's a one-a-day thing.
You can make a person a day?
Yes.
All the nobility are leaving.
they're all gone.
Yeah.
Except a couple of your brothers.
And they will be soon gone.
It's still safer.
No, they won't be soon gone. There's nobody else that can teleport them out of here. We can't even leave.
It's still safe.
Yes, I can.
How?
I can cast teleportation circle.
Oh, well then teleport everybody out of here.
I am. You went and are getting all my brothers and sisters.
No, I told them to evacuate the city.
Your pet is off his leash.
I'm like holding the cubic gate, just looking at you.
Fitter.
I mean, I'm there now.
No, I'm going to push you through the gate.
Go for it. I always wondered how Finner and you got along for a whole year.
Mostly we separate and we run around and do stuff.
Ah, so we coexist, not together peacefully.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah, we're like the married couple with separate rooms.
nice.
So, there's no worm here yet.
So basically, you look at me all the time the way you look at your cat after he gets into the trash. You're like, fuck you, man.
I mean, you are his cat.
Yeah.
You're the dog that gets in the trash.
I have a cat that gets into the trash. It's your cat.
Why don't you close the gate?
Close the door. He
All
opens
the
doors. Your cat opens doors.
Have gathered in the teleportation room, and there is no one left to teleport them. Well, the elder's there, but he just doesn't have the spell anymore.
Yeah, he's out. He's tapped.
How many people are in the room?
Enough to get through the gate.
It's people who hadn't got out.
If you want me to give you an exact number of, I will. Or you can just say there's enough to get through the gate.
I mean, I can't cast it that many times.
It would need one more casting, is what I said.
Oh, so one more cast.
We'll
would
do
get-
it for everybody here.
Except for the nobility, did they also go with?
They're included in this group.
Oh, okay.
You're shoving people through.
So your family's included in the group, ones that are left. So you did bring them. It's just
Yeah, I
you
brought
evacuated
everybody.
first.
Okay.
The whole city.
I cast it.
And there were other castings going on around the city. Different elders, different people. This is the last group. You send them through.
So now we are the only ones left in the last city.
Yep.
How long did that take to evacuate an entire city?
A little while.
So
Like
like
20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Jesus, still ridiculous.
Yeah, that's like.
Probably every caster
You
in
don't
the city
have
that
to
could
leave the
was
city.
casting.
You just have to cast.
Yeah.
There's no
Still.
traffic jams or
Yeah.
people
But it's still
trampling each other.
ridiculously fast.
Yeah. As soon as people get in the room, they're just gone.
It's like trying to think about, like, how did that war happen in this world of D&D?
Oh, we probably still have the... Did the Quotal from the garden also
Whoa.
evacuate?
If you told it to.
I mean, I probably just told all of his siblings to evacuate the city.
Yeah,
So
it's
it'd be
gone.
okay.
It's not that powerful. You wouldn't want it to die in an instant.
Exactly. So I imagined it also was able to dream and tell people where things were going.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So when they split off and they teleported, they probably didn't all go to the
Artigan's
same
still
place.
running the world.
Sorry.
Mhm.
Piecing things together in my mind.
Very well. Very well.
As you push everyone through, they're running, you feel the ground tremble.
I will start taking the defensive action until something bad happens.
I'm flying up 80 feet on my Pegasus unless someone else wants to jump on, and then I fly up.
Up here we have some worms to fight.
What are you doing, Raphael?
I'm getting ready. I'm
Artigan
shielding
goes
up.
up.
I'll yell down, I'm mostly a medic at this point. Most of my spells are gone.
Smorf. Tremors time.
Mm-hmm.
Roll your initiative, right as he says that.
9.
No one's surprised.
19.
12.
21.
Bullshit. Fucking 2.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
What'd you get, Artigan?
21.
Artigan. You feel the ground trembling. What do you do?
Oh, I don't feel the ground trembling because I'm
you
on
did
no.
feel the ground
Oh.
trembling.
I get up onto my Pegasus and fly up 80 feet.
What'd you get, Raphael?
9.
Or 90 feet is the movement speed of a Pegasus. So 90 feet up.
He's up. You take the dodge action.
That's what I've been doing.
You ready yourself. You said shit or something like that.
Mhm.
Finner, you continue to take the dodge action?
Until I see something, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to climb up the wall.
Yeah, I guess I'll run up the tallest tower in the square.
I think
This
you
is
want
all
to fly.
happening right now. You have one action,
Okay.
you, and one action, you.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, alright.
I run up the tallest
I
tower.
jump and hang on a tree so that I'm on a branch.
So I go up the tallest tower. Swooloop. And then I'll continue to take the dodge action, the main action.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be between the last two tremors it had felt as a giant purple worm erupts from the ground and attacks either Raphael or Mist, because you guys go after it, is what's going on.
Okay.
It goes right there. I didn't say who I was gonna hit, but it probably won't matter with that roll. It rolled a 15 to attack. As it bursts up and out of the ground, it pushes you both out of the way. You roll down its newly formed burrow.
Oh, I thought you had a worm.
Purple worm.
It's up there.
It
somewhere.
comes crashing back down. You see the bricks and the stones that have been laid for the ground of this city and this fountain that it just devours on its way down. And it's going back down. And when it does, it will also attempt to sting someone.
It stings?
It stings.
As a stinger.
As a stinger.
Whoa.
To provoke attacks of opportunity.
No, not like that. It's moving around you, technically. Odds, evens. Missed. It also misses with the stinger. You manage to just duck out of the way, and it crashes back into the ground and leaves a gaping 2 holes through your city. It's starting to pockmark last city.
But it's not up above ground anymore?
And it goes back down.
But no attacks.
And only you will get an attack of opportunity as it leaves your reach.
What about me?
You didn't attack you, did it?
It doesn't matter if it was right next to me. If it's
It was right
26.
next to you. It was right next to him.
Oh, okay.
26.
26 is a hit. Monstrous hit.
And let's see. So it's not a sneak attack. It's not planar warrior yet.
No. And
So
no.
it is just
And you don't have advantage.
12.
12
damage.
damage to this
Slashing.
giant purple worm. And it burrows back down into its hole, which makes it your turn. We're going to do you, and then we're going to call it. And we'll start at the top next game.
I'm going to...
You see the tail now slithering down the hole.
Oh, nice. I still see it, so I'm going to cast my
Do you have dark
designated
vision?
as a... What's that?
Do you have dark vision? Okay, then you do see it.
Is
Sorry.
my planar warrior. And so I'm going to use that as a bonus action. And then I'm going to jump down into the hole that's following, and I'm going to try to crack it with a whip.
All right. This jumps into the hole. You guys seem this way. Roll the hit.
18.
18. It's a hit.
Yes. Okay, so now it's got 2d8, and it's all force. So 7 plus 7, 14, 15 plus 9. It's 24 force damage. And I'm going to use my
You're now like sliding
attack.
down this hole that's kind of angled downwards. Your butt every once in a while slams against a jagged piece of rock that's chewed up.
Exact same. And 7, 10, 12 plus 9 is 21 force damage. And then I'm going to pop another 10 feet, teleport back up toward the surface in the hole.
Oh. Okay. And it is slightly angled.
Yep.
And mist comes crawling out of the hole.
Mhm.
Raphael.
And the worm's down the hole.
But you can still feel the ground trembling.
That's tough. I go down the hole. Can I?
Raphael leaps down the hole. Which one? The one it burrowed through, or the one it burrowed downwards into?
Downwards into.
Okay. Mist is just coming up, and you see Raphael head down. It's a steep angle, but it is angled.
Do I get a, am I close to it?
How fast are you?
40?
Then you could actually catch up to it.
Do I have to use my...
Oh, you would have to dash.
I'm going to haste myself.
Okay.
Yeah, speed doubles.
He hastes himself. I think that's your action.
Cooper!
And he runs down the hole, and you can make 3 attacks.
Okay.
You can feel the ground trembling. You can
Oh, you
see some of the dirt like falling.
I can make
onto
4
you.
attacks.
No, haste was your action.
Yeah.
Casting
That's
haste.
right.
So you can make
But-
1 attack.
Wanna haste?
Oh, no. I can only make 1 attack.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's what I was going to say. But you cast a spell, can't you make an attack as a bonus action?
That's what I'm doing.
So,
So
2 attacks?
2
Yeah,
attacks?
2 attacks.
All right, great.
Right.
Level 19.
How many what?
Let's see.
3
A
actions,
20
so I only have
and
12 attacks this turn.
18.
18?
20 and
To hit is a hit.
Okay.
This isn't the fiend?
It's,
This
12.
is not a fiend. Plus,
20,
not all the city's actually blocked off from fiends, just parts of it.
22 damage.
Forbidden's actually makes it so fiends take damage.
It's not
when
a
they're in.
huge area. It's a pretty big area.
Yeah, it's 200 foot square.
Last City is a big city.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a definite spot where if they go there, they'll be sad.
Yeah.
feet at least. Damage?
22.
22. And that's what you did. As you're going down the hole, you see another worm burst through the side of the hole that's already made.
And it's not an undead worm, is it?
No.
Okay. Just one.
So as you're running down
That
the
was the
hole, you're
reason I asked
catching
if it
up
was
to
a
this
fiend.
one. Another worm burst out the side of this already formed tunnel right next to you. And that's where we're going to end.
Oh, damn. Bum, bum, bum.
Who's that last guy at the end there?
That's Noah.
Worm number 2.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
actually hopefully have something set up next game. Although I don't know why I would, because
We can move out so
you
fast.
guys
Yeah.
move so quick. He's on a Pegasus that moves like 180.
Mhm.
I don't know how fast. You can move actually pretty fast. You teleport around. You run 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, I might have to do theater of mind on this one.
You got purple worms. I do have purple worms. Maybe that'll be like the
I
last
painted a
stand.
real one. You painted a dream
mama?
one.
The mama worm.
Mama worm.
I think next game we're going to start with battle.
Think so?
I think so.
I'm gonna plane shift us all away.
God.
I mean, the town's empty.
I'm assuming you don't want to see your town destroyed. You want everyone to come back.
Yeah, I mean, there's neat stuff here, I guess.
All right, let's go ahead and close up with some roses and thorns. We'll shout out a couple followers and then closing remarks. So, Arati Life, thank you for your follow. Oh, there's my text. Thank you for your text, Brian.
Yeah.
I muted my phone.
Oh, that's good.
I should probably put it on like vibrate so I can hear if you guys are sending me secret messages.
Yeah.
Roses and thorns. Go ahead, Matt. I never start with you.
Okay, so my thorn. I miss Merritt and Delaron Cooper, mainly because Brian and Josh are definitely the best role players. I would say
Most experienced.
most experienced, right?
Maybe that.
And
yeah.
they're able to come up with sweet, awesome dialogue all the time. At least I find it like really, really awesome.
Thanks,
So
man.
when they're So when their characters died, and these new characters are kind of interested in what's going on, but not really.
Yeah, they're not invested at all.
They're not really that invested, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and when you're looking to me to have this awesome dialogue with Amarosa, right, who's a main character, it's gonna fall flat on its face every time. I mean, it's cool because it gives me kind of a little bit more experience with it, but I'm just not good at that off the cuff dialogue. So it was really frustrating for me trying to talk to this bitch that didn't want to talk to me. And I fucking hated her. And she
You
was
know, I
just
loved every
stubborn as
minute of
fuck. And that's fine, but you know,
Well, you didn't want to romp in the sack with her?
no. Like it was like I wasn't even bothered by that part. It was just that it could have been a really epic dialogue, or it should have been, and well, we know how it
You'll
turned
get there. I think it was fine. What was your rose?
out. My rose was we're gonna start with some battle next game.
There's gonna be battle. That is true. Go ahead,
that's it.
Alex.
I would say my thorn is legendary resistances.
Yeah.
Burn all my spell slots to end multiple days of them in order to get her to talk. I'll say my rose was actually sticking to what I was thinking and managing to get enough information to know exactly the attack was coming before the entire city was destroyed by purple worms.
You correct.
Yeah, we did stick. I guess that's my rose, right?
Everyone-
That's the second time.
We didn't kill the the plot hook right there, right?
You stuck
We
to the
didn't-
plan? Oh my god!
Yeah.
What am I gonna do with you guys?
Yeah, everyone
as
else
much
is
as it
losing
killed these
interest.
two,
You're trying to convince me to go to Karamir.
Let's do something.
We're just bored. You went to the city, and we managed to get the plot ideas that were happening, and managed to work them towards our favor for once.
It's like I could almost prepare a session ahead of time.
well, not now because we're fighting worms.
I quit preparing once you guys were like, I have cubic gate and I do this and I can teleport anywhere in the world. It's like,
Ryan, you said you quit preparing a long time before.
I mean,
this.
like-
Calendar year ago.
yeah,
So here's
It
the
was,
thing.
it was when I killed the hobgoblin.
yeah. Was that?
That's
remind
what
me,
it
You,
was.
that
you were
session
ripping
one or
up a lot
two?
of notes back in the day.
I have plenty of story notes and things written, and I had ideas where I wanted the campaign to end. And then as it got nearer and nearer the end, which we are near the end, it all started falling apart as you guys were just like, we're here to fight, fuck you. And then the whole world came crumbling to the ground. I was like, oh, that's how it is, huh? So now we're here, where the world was not really saved at all. Hey, I'll start, I guess. My roses and thorns. I actually really like this game. You guys don't get a lot of playtime. Not because I don't try, but just because you're quieter. And a lot of the story elements have been about Merit or Delaran. The counterparts to each other. The guys that, the good and evil, the light and dark, the shadow and sun. And now they're gone. It is sad. That's probably my thorn too. I miss Merritt. He was such a nice guy, and now you're playing this asshole character.
Oh.
And although Delaran was an asshole character, he did drive the plot forward one way or the other. And Finner doesn't. He is the exact opposite. He drives his own wagon.
I mean, Finner doesn't really,
Flex candlesticks.
yeah, right?
He trades chalk for fruit, and
Yep.
so you are the exact opposites. So that's my thorn. I do miss those guys, and I think they had a good dynamic.
Yeah.
And they definitely, I can tell you're less invested. It's not your fault. It's just you had more games with those guys.
They were bound into the storyline particularly.
Mm.
And this is our first meeting of Amarosa.
Fuck this lady.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, one
tie
more bad
her up.
person? We have lots of bad people.
Sure. Let's go do other
You
stuff.
could be a mob
Through.
boss or whatever. I don't know.
So,
Yeah.
but I
Feed to
do
the
enjoy
Phoenix.
the fact that you guys got a little more time, more experience, and you got to do some dialogue with Amarosa. And I thought it was good. Whatever you say, I thought it was fun, but maybe that's because I get to be in every scene. I don't know. But hopefully I can give you guys more reason to have a little investiture into the story here and there.
I think attacking a city is a good way to do it. Now he's not happy with Amarosa,
Not Amarosa, the worm.
the worm. But,
Right. The Devourer.
Mhm.
So that's my rose and thorn. Go ahead, Brian.
All right. Rose is baby phoenix.
I know it.
Yeah.
I have a baby phoenix. You're like the animal collector.
Yeah, I definitely get a kick out of that. Because Mist gets such a kick out of it, it makes it really enjoyable for me to get those things. Thorn, this is something that I've never been able to figure out how to do either. But picking and choosing what is to be role-played and what to just brush over. I don't know how to do it, but it became pretty abundantly clear what, in your mind, the story was actually about, what was actually supposed to happen, what was, like, the goal, and what was just, like, filler. And, I mean, it makes sense. You have to continue with your narrative plotline, but there's, you know, whether he's running around stealing stuff at night or Mist is exploring or hanging out with the bird, whatever it is, those things are, intrinsically less valuable in at least this phase of your world. And so it was like, you can skip over this, skip over that. We're going to fast forward to Artigan spells again tomorrow. Doesn't matter what you do now. You can do whatever. And those things, somewhere along the way, were things that you used to zoom in on. And like we would spend, if we spent a day walking through shops or exploring a cave or who knows what we did, those were things that we hadn't pigeonholed the storyline enough yet. So, but now that we know like the goal and the things to do, everything else is just kind of and we just handle, just some zombies. You're like, okay, you're the bird and you go fly and you kill some zombies for fun. But
that is kind of what level you're at, too.
Yeah. Part of it is level, part of it is where we are time-wise in the story, but that would be my
near in
thorn.
the end.
Yeah.
I can't roleplay at all.
Can't roleplay at all.
We could.
Well,
It would
you
just
could.
Be
It's
super
just
long.
Yeah.
I will say the nice thing.
We'd be level 20 before we left the night.
The thing
What'd
is
you do? We robbed everyone. We're level 20.
Yeah, the part of a bit about the game I like is the figuring things out and working things in my favor and just really having a good grip on the world. Whereas I think these guys are more roleplay heavy, and I think we did a lot of roleplay for the thing that I was like, you can just skip this. I don't care about the details. I don't care what Amarosa says. I just want the information so I can act on it. So.
Yeah, you wanted the DM notes.
Yeah,
Right.
Don't get the DM notes just that easy. Oh, Josh, we didn't get you. Did you do your rules? You probably Baby Phoenix.
Baby
Yeah,
Baby
Phoenix.
Phoenix, yeah. I like acquiring things as Spinner is fun. Just being like, this useless thing, this useless thing, yes, this useless thing. But, I mean, here, it's kind of fun to think about him going through the houses and, like, while people are sleeping, like, taking their thing and leaving a platinum where it was and whatever. It's my rose, I guess. Thorn, I wish that we actually did those things.
You're so good at them.
But it's not
so
about
good
like
at them.
whether or not you succeed or fail. It's just the doing of the thing that's fun. So I feel like we're rushing.
I think we kind of are because we're ready for the next campaign. And I think, what are you like thinking? Like 6 weeks?
I don't know. I haven't really put a deadline.
I will say I want to
Because-
ask Finner to steal the Die of Fate from Magnus.
No, sure.
It'd be because
That would be
like
great.
how I see it is like, yeah, we're probably we
something
are
like that?
rushing this.
That would be roleplaying.
That would be fun.
But going over to Roan's house when no one's around and stealing his stuff, I'm just kind of like, okay. I roll a 35. I do understand that you guys want to do more. It is near in the end, and I do have a definitive, probably 2 months max timeline. And although we could keep role-playing every scene, it does become just bogged down. Not just for you, but for me. I am tired. I love this campaign. I love where you guys took it, but I am tired. I'm going to try to see it through.
You don't have to.
I want to.
Okay.
I need resolution. If
I
anything,
need
do it for me.
And I do know that it's harder because you guys are less invested in the main storyline.
I had resolution. My character died. That's
I
it.
know. That's the problem. He had resolution too.
His character ascended. Right. We're done. We did it. Yeah.
So thank you for trudging along.
Yeah, so now
through
we're,
the
now, we're,
end.
now we're playing in the background and helping Artigan.
But yeah, but Artigan's character is still around, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
And, I mean,
there's
you are
this
trudging
there's this
through
over
with them to finish this campaign out. But there might be some specific
just
scenes of
had to
roleplay.
kill Delaron, didn't you?
I mean, you can keep bringing it up. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Delaron's been trying to kill himself for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And he didn't even.
Remember that
get to
time
be the
he
one who
jumped
did it.
off the cliff for no reason
Mm-hmm.
into the spiderwebs because
I don't
he
even
thought
remember why
that'd be
I did it.
fun.
You just wanted
It was
to
a
die.
shortcut.
You
Was
did
a
it to make
shortcut? I
me
think it was a
crazy.
shortcut. Maybe.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh yeah, the thing that we're trying to get to is at the bottom of that hole," and you're like,
Okay. I had because you guys cut my leg off. That's why I did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys chopped off my fucking leg.
"You're like, I'll meet you at the bottom." Ah.
It is hard to figure out what to skip through, what not to skip through, or how long to focus on a scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do I give this 10 minutes? Do I give it an hour?
Yeah. I mean, that's
the
hard
hardest
for
part.
people who make a movie who know what the script is going to be.
Right.
People still have those scenes that get cut out and the scenes that are just ridiculously long that do nothing.
Right.
People who are professionals at that with the full scope in mind still can't do it well. So
That's the hardest part of this.
I don't think there is a good way to do it, and it wasn't a critique in the I'm really hoping
No,
next
it's
week is
a-
better. But
it's
it's
a good
like
thing to keep
these
in
are the
mind.
things that come
That's
up in my
even,
mind.
I was honestly thinking near the end of the whole thing with the interrogating, it's like, we're just going to have to start skipping through this too.
Mhm.
Because it's just dragging out. All right, roll a contested check. It worked. It seemed fun. Got what you needed.
Because we're just gonna do that.
You got the
until
DM
we got
notes.
it. Until we got it.
You got pretty good DM notes, and you still got time.
Mhm.
As long as you don't take damage. You got, what, 8 hours?
Yep. Although it's funny, I had this thought when she was being moved back to the cell. As soon as she enters the anti-magic
She's
thing,
no longer dominated.
she's no longer dominated.
But once she leaves, she is. It's
Yes.
a suppression effect.
Yes. So it's interesting that as soon as she passes into that, she's like, the guards have to like restrain her and throw her in there, and then
I wonder if her modified memory is still permanent. Probably is.
I think it is. Maybe.
Good to think about. All right.
I didn't
Thank
even
you
think
everyone
about
for
that.
joining us. We'll see you next week. If you want to check out the music we use, that's under the video below. We have a lot of videos on our YouTube channel of music. Thank you all for joining us.